this comment, the Mexican thing. I didn't really understand it.
Yeah, like, well, I'm a flat-footed Mexican fighter. Look, if you're calling me a Mexican fighter, I find that as a compliment, you know? What are you talking about, you know?
What did you make of his comments, the Mexican thing? I didn't really understand it.
Yeah, like, well, I'm a flat-footed Mexican fighter. Look, if you're calling me a Mexican fighter, I find that as a compliment, you know?
It's not worth the $35 million. Why would my friend go and lose money to put money in his pocket? He's from Mexico. We're American.
If Ryan Garcia somehow pulls off the upset, oh my gosh, I might as well just quit commentary and leave the.
Ding dong.
Okay, it's time for workout number 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stay focused.
Eric Marlensky, 114, 110. Robin Taylor, 115, 109. Your winner by majority decision. King Ryan Garcia!
Yo, what up, fight fans, salute, Alfredo, oh shit, okay, salute Chitlin, welcome, doing a good Sunday show. I had a sort of a weekend of fights, I hope you guys watched it. Salute Fire, Alfredo, salute Chitlin. You know, the OGs, the regulars, you know what time it is, man. It's the Frank Bay Show. Please hit the like. Y'all gotta hit the like, man. We was cracking last week. Gotta get the likes up, you know, so we could do more, you know, get our voices heard. And we're just gonna keep it going, man. Big fight week. It is Canelo fight week. It's the Ryan Garcia victory tour. We had Vergil Ortiz beasting last night. We had Jose Ramirez in a slugfest. And then we had Marlene Esparza getting her losing weight and then losing all her titles. So, yeah, man, as you can see by the thumbnail, now and future, Canelo is the now. Is Ryan Garcia the future? We're going to get into that. It looks like there's some other news. There was a Bud Crawford sighting. He's going to be facing Israel Madrimov. We just seen Vergil last night secure a victory, and he'll be heading into a Tim Tszyu fight. Marlene Mini Fridge was a bit overrated. Yeah, you know what, man? I mean, she was an Olympian. She has some decent skills, but you know, in this game, man, you got to be 100% dedicated. And you know, that's one thing that they said about Ryan Garcia, right? He was not dedicated. Salute Pounds. Salute. Thank you. Salute Quentin. Yes. The link is in the chat. Hit the like. If you drop in, hit the like. Tell people hit the like in the button. Hit the like button. Really helps out. Really need it. But yeah, man, big fight week. Canelo returns against Jaime Munguia. Salute not. The link is in the chat, guys. If anybody wants to hop on, speak their 2 cents, or you just want to hear me ramble on, it's up to you. I appreciate everybody. Yeah, man, boxing's headed in a great direction. Canelo is the star now. Is Ryan a future star? He's taking a victory lap. Let's get into the Ryan aftermath. You know, last week was a big week. Actually had one of my biggest shows. Okay, no worries, man. Just appreciate everybody. Hit the like. You know, hit the like. That's what it matters. Guts and glory. Welcome. Will Canelo fight Jamal or Berlanga next after Munguia? You know, it's too early to see. You know, in boxing, we got to see how the fights play out. That's kind of how it rolls, right? Pounds. Charlo was on a live with Ocho Cinco, and he said he will be fighting him. Oh, is that what it is? You know what? I mean, I know people are not going to like it, especially if you're Canelo Alvarez fans. Get ready for all the, you know, backlash. But Canelo there's King Nello, right? There's King Rye now, and there's King Nello. They both have crowned themselves, right? Canelo's earned it. Ryan is on his way to earning it. Quentin, what's what people think Canelo needs to fight his mandatory when he's fighting his WBO Mando? You know what, man? At this point, Canelo and Ryan Garcia, to his credit, are beyond the belts. You know, guys like Teofimo, guys like Shakur, they need the belts. You know what I mean? Because you know, their clout, their name is not as big as it is. So a lot of guys need belts. You know, that's just the reality. Take a guy like Sandor Martin. You know, if he were to get a belt, he'd get a big money payday. Somebody like Subriel Matias, he needs a belt. He actually has a belt. But when you reach a certain status, a certain level, you know, belts really don't matter. For instance, drinking my beer, guys. Get your beers up. Salute. You're drinking my Modelo on a Sunday afternoon. Get your grub on. Kick it with your familia. You know, watching some boxing. But, you know, for instance, Earl Spence, you know, a better example, Jose Ramirez. We seen him last night. He's an example of a guy who needs a belt. You know, Two Matador Charlo, the same dude that got bitch slapped in front of the world. He gonna step up. Look, man, if Canelo's, you know what? So here's the thing. Canelo is sort of a free agent, right? He was in a deal with the PBC. He left the PBC, went back, and he signed a one-fight deal. So, you know, we don't know unless Canelo already behind closed doors signed the fight off. I doubt it, but we shall see. But you know, Canelo can do what he wants, but he's gonna get backlash if he fakes Charlo and it's not Benavidez. That just is what it is. Me, myself, you know, I like the Jaime Munguia fight. Is it the best opponent? I think it is. I think for Canelo Alvarez, it's the best opponent, a spectacular knockout, and he'll be, once again, be reigning as king. Salute, Ripper. Yes, salute, Frank. Thank you. Canelo Munguia is also on DAZN. DAZN is handling the bill. Yes, it is on DAZN. The preview, the fight preview, it's called the Gloves Off, is now streaming. It's on Amazon Prime, so you can watch that. It's on YouTube. I'm excited for this fight. Are you guys excited? Is it a fight we're all gonna buy? I plan on purchasing it. They said they raised the cost. It's gonna be about $100. Looking at a good, you know, $100 for the pay-per-view. But I think it's gonna be worth it. You know, the undercard is meh. On the undercard, I think it's Barrios. It's a whatever undercard, right? Jose Ramirez is food for any top fighter. Yeah, he looked spectacular against a subpar opponent. So to me, that means, you know, like Omar E is saying, he's food. You know, most people watching it, because nobody thought Rances Bartholomew was a killer, and he was just pummeling him with left hands. And Jose Ramirez, to his credit, he walked through it. He adapted later on, started slipping the left hand. But yeah, man, he was rocked a few times. I don't know how much more he has at the top, at the elite. He's good, but can he beat the elite fighters? Quitting, yep. Two Matador, thank you, salute. Dang, chilling the mini fridge. Yeah, I heard on Sober Stream, salute Sobers. He was going. He called her she looked like a block of butter. Big back. Marlene is big back. Jack Ripper, Munguia is gonna get at least try win, unlike Charlo. Should be fun. Yeah, you know what, man? That's my trepidation. It's like, I want to buy it, right? I know it's gonna be a good fight. My only fear is Jaime gonna get slept in like the first round? I'd be pissed. I mean, I could see Jaime getting slept within the first 3 rounds. It's like, I want to see some good back and forth action. You know, give me my money's worth. You know, I think 6 rounds is good enough. If Canelo sleeps him in 6 and I didn't buy it, I'd be pissed. But if I buy it and I only get like 3-4 rounds, I'm gonna be upset. You know, that's just what it is. Because the undercard is meh. If it was a decent undercard, it's a no-brainer. I mean, I'm gonna buy it, but I'm gonna be upset if it doesn't go 3 rounds. You feel me? Jose might need to go to 147. You know what? He doesn't have any pop though. You know, with a style like his, he's just gonna get his brains beat in. And salute to Duarte, right? The fight of the night was Oscar Duarte and little Jojo. Jojo got his brains beat in. Okay, it's Barrios Maidana. Thank you, Quentin. Barrios Maidana, Figueroa Magdaleno, and Stanionis Maestre. I've heard of Maestre. I've seen him. How much does he have left? I think he's an older fighter, but Stanionis is a beast. Should be a good one. Figueroa, Magdaleno seen the better days. Figueroa should walk through him. And Barrios, Maidana, who cares? I mean, it's very mid. It's actually subpar. There's no, all those fights are pretty much showcases. Barrios should win. Figueroa should win. And Stanionis should win. There's no decent matchups as far as I'm concerned. Jamal Charco claims he is fighting Canelo. I've heard that. I thought he said he's ready, but maybe people are saying he's actually signed the fight already. Jose Ramirez needs to leave that vegan diet. Is that what it is? I heard you guys talking about it. That's lame, dude. I mean, look, man, you know what I believe in sports, man? You got to go with what got you there. Guys, they get to the top and then they start doing all this weird shit, going in breathing chambers. It's like, bro, you go with what got you there. Don't change the game. Guys change trainers, they change management. It's like, bro, you go with the people who brought you, right? We always talk about my day ones. More like RTD2. Who are you referring to, Matador? That's funny, though. Rumors Canelo injured. Oh, man, don't say that. Where'd you start? And can you confirm this rumor? I know it's a rumor. Rumors Munguia is pregnant? What? You mean he's actually pregnant or he got someone? Mastery's undefeated. Yeah, but he's been around for a while, right? Yeah. So let's just recap this past weekend. You know what, man? I'm gonna start doing a preview shows of these fights because what I've noticed is, man, we get a lot of cards that are meh. Ban these trolls, mate. I don't see any trolls yet. You know what? I let them live, man. Unless they start spamming me and that one imposter that comes in and tries to promote other places. Fuck that guy. You know who he is. I don't know, man. I don't know. If you guys want to be a mod, let me know. Then I may make some mods, but I don't want people getting banned unless I give the say so. I don't like that shit. It's free smoke. Hit the like, comment, subscribe. Hit the link if you want to get in, talk your shit. Quinton, long amateur career, well seasoned. Stanios, yeah. I'm aware of that. Stanios has been out a while. He was actually supposed to fight Vergil Ortiz. Fight kept falling through, and then they just scrapped it. But also, talking about Stanionis and Vergil, Vergil is slated to face Tim Tszyu. My only question is, can Tim Tszyu recover in time? I mean, August is right around the corner. I mean, this year's flying by, man. And May is stacked. I mean, we have a bunch of fights. We have Munguia, Kambosos, and Lomachenko. We have Navarrete and Baranchik. We have Usyk and Fury. Name them names, Frank. Name them names. You know who I'm talking about. I don't even like giving people clout, bro. He's a cut. He goes by cut, okay? You know who he is. He comes in and says about other people, and he never steps up to the plate and hops on, And remember, Meister got a gift from PBC. That guy. Okay, yeah, I remember Michael Fox. He's trash. He's a back foot bitch. What do you think of Bud versus Majimov? This Majimov dude Majimov is good. He's solid. But Bud still has the physical dimensions. He's, I guess, bigger and longer paws than Majimov. Majimov only has 11 fights. It's a decent fight. Crawford should be favored by about 3-1 because, what did Majimov do? He beat got a vacant title. So we don't really know too much about him. It's not like he has 30 fights and he's been around. He's relatively new. I think he works with he works with the Mexican trainer, right? Is it Freddie Roach? I don't know. Somebody like that. Who trains Majimov? I know it's a Mexican. Risky move for Ortiz. It won't even be for a belt. Yes, that's one of my contentions. I don't know what Oscar's thinking. Maybe Oscar thinks, what I suspected last night? And just call me crazy, but I think Oscar is fast-tracking Vergil because he wants to put Vergil in line for a Canelo Alvarez fight. I'm saying it now because Vergil, he's struggling to even make 154. He goes to 160. I think Oscar could be angling Vergil for a Canelo Alvarez fight. That's a huge fight, man. Think about it. Next year, Vergil Ortiz and Canelo Alvarez, I'm calling it. Oscar really has a bone to pick with Alvarez. He's throwing Munguia at him. If Munguia can't get it done, then he throws Vergil at him. But I mean, look, man, that's a long way off. Vergil, my personal thing, I have a feeling Vergil is gonna sleep Tim Tszyu. I think he's gonna put him to sleep, dude. It's gonna be a brutal knockout, and Vergil will be a new face of boxing, up and coming face. Match Mob is easy work for Bud. You think so? Match Mob got skills. He's no typical stiff European bum, you know, UK bum, or well, he's Eastern European, but you get what I'm saying. Crawford always been a one. Yeah, he has the physical dimensions. He's been killing himself. Joel Diaz trains Match Mob. Okay, thank you guys. See, real boxing heads, man. We get called a troll. I get called a troll. They said the guys in my chat are trolls, but I think I really have the smartest boxing heads in the game on my channel. No cap. Oscar would fight Canelo if he could. Yeah, you know, he claims that he could beat Canelo. That Canelo would be no match for him at the 154. Joel Diaz sure likes Eastern Europeans. You know what it is, man? Is they bring a lot of money, and you know, nobody's clamoring for them. So you can get them for cheap, train them, and get some good paydays. It's a good, you know, everybody goes for the Mexican and and the American. You know, those guys come with a hefty price tag. But these Eastern Europeans, they come over here, they got nowhere to stay. You know, they're looking for guidance, a career. And so, you know, how do I say this? They're kind of easy to work with. You know, a lot of the Americans are divas. Joel Diaz is sellout. Explain Omar E. How is he? Did he hate on Canelo? Oh, he sleeped Tim? I'm saying it. I think he slips Tim, man. I think Tim should wait, man. He should really wait to come back. Kavalasas gave Crawford a good scrap. Majorov, yes, I feel Majorov is good. He's good, guys. He can give Crawford some problems. He's very mobile. He hits pretty good. He's gonna give that guy some problems. You think Oscar's girl is packing? Packing what, dude? She's packing, you know, up top, or you mean she might be a part of the Transformer squad? Most Europeans been getting beat up. Yes, they have, but you know, there's a new crop, man. They've learned. Loma, Bivol, Better Biev, they're all mostly Eastern Europeans. Better Biev, yes, he's Canadian and Russia, but a lot of them are on the border. They're Eastern European. You know, the Kazakhstan, Janibek, you know, they look kind of Middle Eastern, Asian. I don't know. They're just that whole area, the Eastern Bloc, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. You know, we just seen that guy Odebek, Uzbekistan. You know, even in the UFC they have a lot of Javalov. Yeah, these guys, those are considered Eastern Europeans, right? They're a different breed, bro. They're very tough. I'm waiting to see Javalov. I think he's headed back to the Olympics. He's going for gold. Odebek got KO by Ford. Okay. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, she packing the tenant. Oh, man. Erskovic, KO. Right, I've heard of that guy. So, yeah, these Eastern Europeans, man, they're bred, born, and tough, and they're not divas. You know, you can put them in against anybody, and they're going to take the fight. So, yeah, back to last night. Jose Ramirez was he shouldn't have been in tough, right? Bartholomew should have been a walkthrough, and he struggled. He was getting rocked. Chitlin, heard Janibek Adamus is landing on the stink card. I did hear that too. I think something like Kermel Morton was supposed to be on that card, but Floyd and Tank Davis are beefing on the internet. And I guess Kermel Morton is a Floyd Mayweather fighter, so he kicked them off. It is what it is, man. You know, it's just a bunch of BS. These guys are divas. So then they added Janibek Adamus. Oh, so is Janibek's gonna be fighting on a PBC card? Wow, that's crazy, man. Janibek better be careful, man. That dude will get robbed. You know how PBC does, people. Janibek fighting Shane Mosley. Oh, Shane Mosley Jr. Man, well, this guy's fighting everybody then. You know, Janibek's been out a while, man. He can't really get a big fight. No name, can't sell tickets, and he's dangerous. You know, he could beat you. So Jose Ramirez, man, very suspect last night. You know, and in the fight before that, I thought he looked flat. He looked drained. You know, he blamed his performance on being inactive. But God, you know, this inactivity should not be an excuse. I don't think you can use you can't use weight and inactivity as an excuse anymore. I'm sorry, guys, you just can't. And here's the reason. It's your choice to be inactive. If you sit out waiting for a big fight, well, then you're gonna get dull, dude. It's pretty simple, right? Like, the inactivity is your own fault. And it's your own fault because you're waiting for the most money, which is understandable. But if you're going to sit out and wait for the most money, then that's your own fault. You got to take fights. You know, take some middling fights for decent money. You know, Julio Cesar Chavez, that's what he used to do. You know, he used to take fights in between big fights, you know? that's just how they used to do it back in the day. That's how it was done. It was like you get a big fight, take maybe one or two, you know, just to keep sharp. You know, fights in Tijuana, fights in the middle of Mexico, you know, off TV sometimes, club level shows, and you just get sharp, you know? That's how it was done back in the day. But so, you know, like Tank Davis is gonna sit, he's gonna be out, have been out for a year, you know, sitting on the Ryan Garcia fight, you know, enjoying the victory parade. And that's what I was talking about. People in the chat is, I think, you know, Ryan, it seems like he's going to marinate this victory. You know, he's going to sit. Maybe he might not be back till next year. You know, people are saying, oh, he'll be back in August, September. Like, dude, no. Maybe October at the very earliest, which I doubt. November at the earliest, and maybe December, which a lot of people, I don't think he'd want to fight in December just because it's the holidays. So, you know, I think he comes back maybe next April again. You know, some are saying that maybe he tries to overtake Canelo's dates, May 5th and December 16th. You know, Ryan Garcia could fight Pitbull Cruz, and he could overshadow Canelo Alvarez on his own date. You know, and I also heard Canelo Alvarez wants to fight 3 times this year. It was said that if Canelo Alvarez wants the Benavidez fight, they can make it in November. So a lot of pieces are moving, man. The Ryan train is getting started. The Canelo train, is it ending? Is it just is it going to be reborn? Because a lot of people are saying Canelo Alvarez is done. He hasn't looked the same. You know, one of the reasons Jaime Munguia got this fight is because the common opponents was John Ryder, and people say that Canelo's slipping because he went 12 with Ryder, and then, oh, look at Munguia, he knocks out John Ryder. So that's essentially how Jaime Munguia got the fight. And, you know, it was interesting. They asked Canelo Alvarez about that. They said, you know, are you worried that Jaime Munguia stopped a guy you couldn't? And Canelo Alvarez said, you know, things like that don't worry me. You know, I don't think it does bother him. But you know, people looking at the fight, they do consider things like that. But look, like, comment, subscribe, hit the link if you guys want to talk some boxing. Ryan shouldn't go head to head versus Canelo, to be honest. Well, it's not even so much about Ryan going head to head with Canelo. It's more about, you know, is Canelo going to sell more pay-per-views than Ryan? It's the numbers, you know. Garcia needs to be more active. Skill get dull with no activity. Yeah, but you know, in the current climate, the way boxing is that's just how it is, man. These guys, especially at the top level, they make so much money, they don't really want to take a pay cut and keep fighting. You know, they don't want to fight a mid-level opponent for a lot less money. You know, they in order to get the big fight, you need a big name, and it takes time to promote. Get a date, you know, get the venue. We seen this last Ryan fight, you know, people were predicting that it wasn't going to do well, but eventually it ended up doing well. But yeah, these promotions, man, you know, a lot goes into it. Ramirez couldn't keep away from that left hand. Yeah, you know, he finally like did adjust, but not without getting rocked a few times. You know, he really got almost knocked. I thought he was going to get knocked out. It looked like he was going to get knocked out. But, you know, Bartholomew was like 38 or something. It was crazy. He's a crazy old fighter, you know, very cagey veteran. But Ramirez eventually overwhelmed him. And then we had Vergil Ortiz. And again, another first round knockout, which is great, right? Great for Vergil. Another first round knockout. Ryan versus Spence at Ryan weight. Well, dude, they literally have to wheel Spence in at 143. But I do know what you're saying about 143. I have said this before. Salute BDA on the BDA show. I said, you know, Ryan is in a very privileged position, is that, you know, he's going to call all the shots. So he can make guys come down. He can make guys go up. Ryan's in the driver's seat. He's going to kill guys to either make weight or bring guys up that are at the lower weights and make them fight bigger guys without the advantage of the speed because they're carrying more weight, like a Teofimo. So Ryan Garcia can say, hey, I don't give a fuck about the belt, Teofimo. You're going to come up to 145 and I'm going to beat your ass, right? And Teofimo, who knows if he's been less effective. He hasn't knocked anybody out at 140, right? At 135, he was knocking people out. And at 140, you know, he's going life and death. So imagine at a higher weight class, Teofimo would not be as effective. And that's what happens when you're a face, you know? Numbers still haven't come out. Yeah, you know what I heard? I've heard 1.5 million, 900,000. You know what? You're never going to know. You're just going to have to speculate. But it did almost $1 million. I believe it did almost $1 million, if not a little over, right? So that's almost 2 million paper. Ryan Garcia has done pretty much $1 million his 2 times out, which is insane. You know, nobody predicted this. Nobody said that it was going to happen. Everybody doubted it, and he's proven everybody wrong. Sobers is rooting for the Cuban because he had a ponytail. Why are you guys bashing on Sobers? He's not even here. Salute Sobers. Scante Warrior. Salute to Paise Ripper. Okay, you guys are beefing. I think that's Benzo, who's back from the dead. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the link, guys. Hit the link, hit the link, hit the like, hit the like. You know, I'm talking boxing, brothers. Tio's power isn't there yet. And imagine if he goes up even higher to face Ryan. You know, Tio can tell other people to do it. You know, I still want to see Tio and Haney. I think that's the fight that needs to happen. I think eventually they need to fight. It's always there. You know, leave Ryan alone. You know, Ryan has other business. I think the biggest fight for Ryan is a Tank Davis rematch. I think that's the only fight that makes sense. But it probably doesn't happen because Tank Davis is a little hoe and he won't go up and fight on even terms. If it did that much, they would do a press release. Yeah, you know what, man? I mean, look, they're gonna overinflate it, but I don't think they're gonna. You can't lie too much because people do know what the probably. Whoa, 300,000? I don't know, man. I mean, I don't think it was that low. I think it was 80. They said 80. Hearn said 900,000. People are saying 1.5. Nobody knows. You know, it was on an app. I'm not sure if it was on cable provider. There was other outlets that did it, but I think it did good. The gate was fantastic, so it did good, man. Ryan is a star, is a proven star, and it's just what it did. The representative Vergil last 2 fights weighed in at 156, 155. Ryan Garcia weighed in at 143. Canelo is the catchweight king. Why can't Mexicans make weight? I think they do. They do make weight. If the guy says he wants, if Vergil is fighting at a fight and the guy says it's okay, then that's making weight. You know, they're not for titles, they're not for anything but just to get some reps in. And the reason is because Mexicans are proven ticket sellers. Vergil is a ticket seller, Ramirez is a ticket seller, Garcia, Canelo. If you're saying it's a Mexican thing, then who are the other fighters? Blacks, whites? I mean, can they move tickets? Do they sell pay-per-views? If the answer is no, then nobody gives a fuck, right? Sargent, it's sold. Salute Sargent. Quinton, if it really did well, they would do a press bragging about it. Yeah, you know, I hear what you're saying, Quinn, but it did do well. I mean, it undeniably did well considering the age we're in with piracy. So if it did 500, 600,000, then that's a huge success. You got to put it in relative terms. Now, if it did $1 million, that's phenomenal. But you got to consider the context and the era that we're in, where piracy is rapidly diminishing. So put it this way, if there was no piracy like there is now, if it was maybe in the 80s or 90s, it would have did 3 million. So let's be fair on both sides, right? Solo Dolo Gate, yeah, did 10 million. Look, man, these are fantastic numbers. I mean, you can't hate on the numbers. And I'm not one to pocket watch. I mean, look, the numbers are only about getting the big fights, right? If this fight tanked, then you're not going to expect Ryan to fight the big fights. Can he fight Spence? Can he fight Crawford? Can he fight Boots Ennis? Can he fight Tank Davis? You got to imagine, man, the money makes these fights happen. So it's not even so much pocket watching or bragging about how much a fight did. It's like, look, you want the fights, we got to pay. It's as simple as anything in life, man. You know what I'm saying? If you want a bad BZ, you got to pay to play. It just is what it is, bro. And there's no argument there. If your favorite fighter can't sell, you can't complain if he can't get a big fight. You know, that's what it takes. So we're gonna see Boots Ennis finally fight in his hometown. If nobody shows up, then you know he's probably not gonna get a big fight. Somebody's gotta pay for these fights, bro. We just have to understand that. So in that, the numbers are acceptable. Quitting 500K is more believable. You know, at first I thought it was gonna be, but I think it did close to $1 million. I predict it did close to $1 million just because of you know, all of social media, bro. Like everybody across social media was watching the fight, and these people bought the fight because they're doing reactions, they're doing replays. Dude, a lot of people bought this fight. People are, if you watch the video clips, Ryan is in Florida. He's going around the country, and all these people are walking up to him, and they're all saying, "Hey, I seen the fight. It was awesome." And these are people who are probably not boxing fans, and they probably bought the fight. They watched it with their family. Bro, this crossed over. That's what it takes to be a star. You have to cross over, and Ryan has reached that place. To be fair, Mexican food is more delicious and authentic. Yeah, man, Chile. If you like chili, then, that's what it's about, man. We like our food spicy. I heard it did 900K. Yes, people are saying 1.5, which is probably a stretch. 900K is probably reasonable. Now, how much do you think Canelo versus Munguia would do? You know what? That's the question, man. It's gonna do well, but like Jermell and Canelo did like 600,000, which is great. But for Canelo, it's like mid. So everything has context. It's all perspective. I think it does probably 900,000 to 1 million, right? Mexicans are gonna show up and show out. They're gonna buy the fight because it's Canelo and another Mexican. Jaime Munguia has a fan base. But it would be crazy if Ryan Garcia does better than Canelo Alvarez. Is Ryan Garcia the new star? That's crazy. Salty ass Sam was concerned about sales of money, not who won the fight. Yeah, you know what, man? I mean, look, man, anything to downplay what two Mexicans are doing. I know people don't respect or recognize Ryan Garcia as a Mexican, but he still is. I said it. I was never gonna be one of these suckers that is Mexicans for hanky. I thought it was stupid. It was lame. I stuck with Ryan. I had my doubts, but I stuck with him. I was rooting for him. I never stopped rooting for him. So it is what it is. I really doubt it did that much. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see. Scante Warrior, aka Benzo, tell Ripper hop on the panel frame so we can laugh at. Okay, well, Scante Warrior, how about you hop on the panel? We know who you are. You've been MIA, but enough, catering or pandering to trolls. Quentin, I definitely think it did more than what Davis versus Martin does. Yeah, you know what? And one of the strategies that people use is throwing a bunch of Mexicans on a card. So even in the Crawford event, right, it's going to be Pitbull Cruz versus Royo Valenzuela. We got Vergil Ortiz. So they stacked with Mexicans. And, Benavidez is going to be stacked on Stank Davis undercard, which from Benavidez' standpoint, it's like, Benavidez, what are you doing, bro? But he's loyal to Al Heyman, Al Hamon, and he's loyal to PBC. So, it is what it is. But I dropped the link, guys. Hit the link, hit the like. Please hit the like for your boy one time. All you got to do is reach up there, hit the like. Don't forget, coming in, leaving, hit the like. Yeah, man. So finishing up on Vergil Ortiz. Vergil Ortiz got one round in again. He's been trying to be more active. As someone said, he didn't make weight, but it's not a big deal. It wasn't for a championship. It wasn't for a title eliminator, so it's no big deal. He's getting used to it. He will probably have to make weight versus Tim Tszyu, but I don't know, man. Something tells me that fight might fall off. I'm calling it now. I think something's gonna happen because to me, I always thought that Tim Tszyu Vergil Ortiz was its own show. Because. That's a massive fight between two proven guys. Tim Tszyu sells massive numbers in Australia. Vergil Ortiz is a rising star. He got sidetracked. So Vergil Ortiz with the first round knockout, it looked, I don't know, people said it was low. It looked right on the hip, borderline liver hip, side. The guy goes down. He's in the fetal position. Ghost, is this a troll channel? Look, man. I don't care what people say, as long as they're talking, right? If they're talking about Frank Bay, if they're talking about Quentin or Swoop or Ghost, then I'm happy, man. Because we can take it. I mean, I think we talk boxing the best, and that's just bias. Jay Will, one of my biggest fans. Ladies man, Frank by the Bay. Yes, I am Frank by the Bay. Yes, I am. A ladies man, I don't know. The ladies got to determine that, right? Ballpark Frank, yes, Frank got the ballpark Frank. That's right, baby. That's how we hanging low, high five, Anyway, Vergil Ortiz, was it impressive? We've seen him 2 times and he got 2 rounds, and then he's gonna go into a Tim Tszyu fight. But let me just finish on Jose Ramirez, recapping. Jose Ramirez, yes, I think he's food. still a Mexican? Can he be a champion again? You know, I don't know. Maybe a fight between him and Regis Prograde, maybe Matias. You know, with Ramirez, he's capable of beating anybody. But what I see, I just don't think he's elite anymore. At one time, he had it. Quentin J. Will loves himself to Chris, LeBron James. About to get eliminated. I don't even watch that shit no more. Quentin is here to hype drop Frank, Shank Tank. Nah, man, I'm not shanking nobody, but you know, I try to be peaceful in my daily life. But you know, with the ladies, you know, it may be I'm not gonna even say it, but you know, man, I'm a dog on a leash. It is what it is, man. Frank Bay is out in the streets, you know, doing my thing. But I'm here talking some boxing. But yeah, Jose Ramirez, can he regain? I don't think so. But let him prove me wrong, you know? It would be easy. You know what? Jose Ramirez will make for good fights. But, oh, you know what I wanted to talk, you know, a little bit, salute Abel. Duarte and Jojo, you know, how'd you guys feel about that, man? I think Jojo should hang him up. Beginning of the year, you know, or December or January, we seen Jojo lose to, I guess, the guy, Jesus Perez. He didn't look good. And, you know, I thought he should hang him up. He gets another fight against Duarte. Duarte coming back after being knocked out by Ryan Garcia. He beats Jojo's brains in. Jojo was boxing a little bit, but he's just undisciplined and drinks too many beers. He said he does drugs on the telecast. He's not a fighter anymore, bro. That's what's crazy is that he's such a good boxer. He could box Duarte a little bit, being at a way higher weight. But then eventually he got his brains beat in. Ref jumped in and stopped the fight. People wanted to see Jojo die in there, but this is the end of the road for Jojo at the top level, unless he can get down on weight, because he can't fight these bigger guys. It was just insane. It wasn't a good look. It was a decent fight. Duarte, you know, I think Duarte would be a good comeback opponent for Devin Haney. I think Duarte can give some questionable guys like Richard Hitchison problems. Duarte can crack. He's a big guy. He was just walking through, eating Jojo's punches. Abel, the whole gang in here. Yeah, man, you know what, man? We got everybody, bro. We got the real boxing heads. Abel, what happened to Undisputed? Logical Man's a bitch. It's been about 3 times I cooked you. Okay, I guess you got Jojo is done. Yeah, Jojo's a journeyman at this point. Yeah, he's just selling his ass. He's selling his name. You know what? You know what's probably gonna happen? He's gonna fight Floyd Schofield. You remember him? He's the golden boy. He's Oscar's token. He's a golden boy. He's African American. He didn't look too good. He got a cut. Maybe Jojo gives him some work. You know, that'd be crazy if Jojo beats Floyd Schofield, because we don't know where he's at. What's up, Never Sobers? What's your prediction, Canelo Munguia? Oh, Canelo. I just hope it goes a few rounds. You know, I want to get my money's worth. What's up, Never Sobers in the building? Canelo versus Munguia, all Mexican showdown. Yes, salute Never Sobers. Yes, Never Sobers doing his telecast. I've got all the goons, just talking some boxing. Jojo ain't no bitch, take on all comers. Yeah, man, you know, but he needs to be disciplined. He needs to get at a weight that he doesn't get his brains beat in. Look, man, he took some hellacious shots to the body, to the head. It was pretty sad. Jojo got pieced up. That's 2 times in a row. He got a brutal ass. Yes. King Rye, most highly favored. Yes, King Rye. So that was a good fight. I need to see that Dennis Hogan Munguia rematch. Come on, man. Munguia is about to fight Canelo Alvarez. We're going to get to that. Finishing up, Vergil Ortiz about to fight Tim Tszyu. Something tells me that fight might fall through. I just rhymed a little bit. I'm a little bit Ryan Garcia, you know, up in the building. But man, that's going to be such a great fight. And if Vergil wins, man, the world is his. And it's not even for a belt, which is crazy. It's not even for a belt. You know, I heard people who wants to see that fight. Exactly. Salute OG Blaze, a real OG in the building. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe, hit the link, hit the like, hit the link. You know, if you want to talk some boxeo, you know, it was a decent weekend. You know, actually, I was going to say, you know, I got to start doing some preview shows. You know, I got to start giving you some tips on what fights are worth to watch. You know, stay home and watch Mexican boxing #1. Who you got, Rayo or Cruz? You know what? I'm going to get to that, but right off the top, I just say Cruz because we seen Rayo chin But Royal's a beast, man. Royal can crack, man. He can crack hard. And is he moving up to 140? When we seen him crack Colbert, shit, man, that's gonna be a hellacious, brutal fight. That's gonna be nuts. Vergil versus 2 isn't for a belt. No, there's no belt on the line, I don't think. OG, Triple OG, Blaze, what up, QL? Yes, Quentin Lassiter, a real one, always showing up to the party, baby. Damn. Trying to think. Okay, so Vergil Ortiz, you know what, man? Oscar's throwing him in. He's throwing him in tough, but a Tim Tszyu win. You know what I was saying? They're comparing to Booty Anus. You know, Booty Anus. And fuck that guy, man. He's fighting a guy named Cody. He's fighting a mandatory. You know, there's no comparison, man. Vergil's on a whole nother level fighting Tim Tszyu. He's stepping up. He's young. He don't have to take it. Probably gets a decent payday on an undercard. But he beats Tim Tszyu, man. He's right up there, dude. He skyrockets to the top of boxing list. Ryan is the new face. You think he's the new? Is he the new, the now, or the future? Because look, man, Canelo Alvarez is still the new. But you know what would be crazy is if Ryan ended up selling more pay-per-views than Canelo. I mean, who would have thought the day, man? That is insane, bro. Nobody ever thought that. But it could be here. We could be seeing a passing of the torch because we know they were beefing. They mended fences, but they're boys again, and I'm happy to see it. Tio turned down the Ryan fight and to be on that Crawford card too. Wait, I don't understand, Pounds. Tio's on the Crawford card too? I'm not sure what you're saying. Clarify. Royal looked like, what you know what happened? It was crazy. I guess Royal was talking shit about Teofimo before that fight. I guess he claims he knocked Teofimo out in sparring, and then he ended up getting knocked out by De Los Santos. But he did compete. You know, he did knock De Los Santos down. So, que chinga. That's right. Saludos. Ryan's the future. I think he's the now. Ryan already got Canelo. Whoa. We're saying Ryan Garcia has overtook Canelo? More competition at 154. Welterweight just doesn't have a name for Boots. Yeah, but you know what? Boots is he wants a couple easy paydays. He's going to fight, I guess, try to be undisputed at the 147, which makes more sense. You know, he could go up, get beat by Crawford and lose all his clout. Tio turned down to be on that Crawford card. When was Tio on Bud Crawford card? Are you talking about back in the day? Pitbull gonna KO Ryo? I hope so. Pitbull is a proven star, bro. I thought PBC was gonna make him a star, but now they're selling his ass to the Saudis. But maybe he's getting a great payday and salute Pitbull. Tio priced himself out. I heard they didn't offer him that much, and it didn't make sense. Yeah, I know Teofimo was talking about Oscar, but yeah, maybe he should have took the fight. Passing of the torch, it's already happened. He was offered to fight. Tio was offered to fight Pitbull on the Crawford undercard. Oh, that's crazy. I didn't hear that, man. Is that what his daddy said? Because his daddy's been back in the news a lot. Yeah, you know what? That's crazy, man. You think he was shook of Pitbull? I don't know, man. Maybe Pitbull would knock his head off, man. Nobody wants that Pitbull smoke, you know? Royal takes it because he's not really a star, but if he beats Pitbull, he's a Mexican, he becomes another star. Rolly should have fought Garcia. Dumbass. Rare Stink. Ryan needed Tank to achieve a woman. Stop it, Rare Stink. He already did it on his own. That Rare Stink. You're finally in a place you don't have no backup. You don't want that smoke, homie. And I wouldn't even boot you. But salute Rare Stink in the building. I guess he wants that smoke. You know, I always drop the link. It is what it is. I ain't tripping. Hit the like. Don't be a hater, Rare Stink. You know, Bill flipping chicken patties at Popeyes. Yeah, man, you know what? People are putting out clickbait. You know, I guess Floyd and Bill Haney got in it. Now they're beefing. Man, you know what? Ryan flipped the crib world upside down. You know, they're all fighting now. You know, they can't handle a loss. Rare B blocked me. I don't see him in the comments. Come on, don't block anybody. Jerron with decap. Yo, your boy Jerron Ennis is fighting Cody. He's fighting a guy named Cody. At least Vergil's stepping up. You know, but if Tim Tszyu wins, y'all gonna say, oh, Vergil wasn't ready. But he's taking the fights, bro. You got to take the fights, and that's all that matters. Booty Ennis didn't want it with Bud, and Bud didn't want it with him, man. We say these guys duck each other. It is what it is. We'll probably never see that fight. I broke that 3-piece shit down. That's right. Jay Troll, stay getting cooked like his boy does versus the Nuggets. Ryan, yeah, rarest thing. You have to recognize Ryan. He's on top of the game. Jay Will, do you see possible 2 Matchroom Anton Russell Matias? You know what? There was the rumor that Gary Anton Russell signed with Matchroom. He put out that it was false. I think, you know what, these PBC guys, they've been protected. They get decent paydays. I think they're okay with being protected. Look at Stank Davis. He didn't want, the Saudis were willing to pay him big money to fight Davina Hanke, and he didn't want it. He said, give me 2 Ferraris. They said, fuck off. Gay breed. Pounds. Villa was no one. Yes, Villa was no one. And he's fighting a guy named Cody. Find Cody, dude. Make that make sense. Yes, he probably does. Catching a Thunderdome was supposed that way, Bully. Jerron, well, Booty Ennis, Ryan versus Boots at 145. You know what? That's what Ryan should do. I said that before. Look, Ryan is in a space where he can offer a guy 7-8 million. You know, offer Jerron 6 million. Offer him 5 million. He probably never made anything close to that. Say, hey, but you got to come down to 145. You're never going to make a payday like this in your life unless it's against me. And they got to do it. You know, and then he turns it down, then you're a duck, you know? Did Delorme take a dive? Who said that? Are you saying that, Sobers? You know what, man? A dive, or maybe he felt the power and just went down and said, fuck it, why get my brains beat in? I don't know if that's a dive. I think that's just a smart move. Vergil looked surprised. He kind of looked like that thing, like he was laughing, like this guy just went down. But Vergil knows what's up, man. Vergil's ready for Tim Tszyu. He had his game face on. He says he doesn't talk shit. He said he's ready. I'm saying it now. I think Vergil sleeps Tim Tszyu, man. I think Tim Tszyu took a hell of a beating, and I think Vergil's gonna pounce on him. Pounce. Quit. Now he's old, but his longevity, his IQ, this and that, all the excuses when he fails. Just like he failed Wade and Bosch and you guys are talking about B-ball. I only watch the finals, man. In between, those guys don't play. They don't play hard. Pounds was saying Vergil got exposed. Come on, guys. Come on. He got exposed. Will De Los Santos defeat Gary Antoine? That's a hell of a fight. I mean, both kind of guys are unproven. They both can crack. They both wild swingers. The hell of a fight. Good action fight. I don't know. Reigns will be seen. You know what it is with Gary Antoine? We don't know. A lot of these guys, we don't know, man. They take so much time off. It's really hard to get a gauge. They're not active. You know, you got to be active in this game, man. We've seen it. You got to stay sharp. You know, Ryan, he tried to face Duarte. He was, you know, one thing they said that Tank Davis was such a bitch, he wouldn't even let Ryan get a tune-up, because Ryan was supposed to fight Mercio Gesta before the Tank Davis fight, and Tank Davis had a tune-up, and he told Ryan he couldn't do it. So there's that. Quit, and the media will be back with excuse he doesn't have enough help after saying he had enough help. Who, with Tank Davis? Rarestein, Villa whooped Rashidi Ellis, who would stop it. You know he's not. You're making connections that make no sense, Rarestein. You know what you're doing. I don't play that game. Hop on, bro. I'm not gonna boot you. You can hop on and we can hash it out, dude. But you know you're not in a safe space. That's why I don't think you'll hop on. Gabriel Santillan took Rocha. Jay Will Vergil will smash Tszyu, but respect for Tim. One and all smoke. Yeah, Tim's a real one. I just think it's too. Look, man, I don't know if it happens. Something tells me it won't, but I don't think Tim should take this fight. I think Vergil's a killer. He's a dog, and he's gonna look. I'm not saying Vergil that Tim can't win, but after what I've seen and how he looked, I think he's biting off too much, coming back too soon. He should sharpen, get another fight in, and get sharp again, man. That was a bloody, hellacious battle. Might be too soon. His name is Boots, and he fight guys named Karen and Cody. Exactly. Thank you. So it was Karen and Cody. Come on, man. What are we talking about? Salute Hawker. Yes. Jerk off Booty Anus. You guys are crazy. Vergil beats Booty Anus in under 8 rounds. You know what? Anus doesn't want that fight. You know, everybody said that. I don't think he wanted the fight. He's happy fighting Cody's and Karen's. It was no ass whooping. Gary Anton has a bunch to stay retired. He's decent, man, but he's not fighting. Vergil has showed the ability to cut off the ring and stop fighter. Can't stay about Boots. Yeah, Vergil is is undefeated and he has as many knockouts he has fights. He's an actual killer. Okay, you guys. Coach Eddie's Eddie's a bum. He's a fight stealer. He doesn't buy fights. I don't respect him. He talks shit. You know, he don't want that smoke. Only Rare beef. Yeah, you know what, man? I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Boots Ennis is tough. He's good. But you got to fight the fights, dude. He turned down Bud Crawford. I mean, I think they ducked each other. He's definitely killing himself to make 147. Now he's going to fight a guy named Cody. You know, Rare B loves shirtless black. Well, I think he's one himself, you know. He's just sticking to his own, which is fair, which is fine. But Vergil is shot. His KO last stuff. Nah, man, his power is real. He's that Malignaggi, Bradley, bed buddies. Yeah, man, they just want to hate. They want to hate on Canelo and Ryan because they never reached that status. You know, with these Dirk Banks, how many accounts? I don't even know if that's really him now. Did you just change your name, dude? Dirk, no Banks, no Stacks. Yeah, so I got to Vergil, got to Ramirez. We talked a little bit of Duarte. I'm going to start rating fights because that card, look, it was a showcase. It is what it is. But hopefully guys have bigger fights going down the line. Dirk Banks got broken down by me so bad. Ghost. Yeah, man, cook that fool. You know what, man? He don't want the smoke. We've been other places and he thought he was cooking. I don't have a problem, but he don't want the smoke. You know, I dropped the link, man. I don't hide. I don't duck. I'm ready for it. We get it in. You know what time it is, man. So now let's go on the Ryan Garcia victory tour. Right? Ryan Garcia met Donald Trump. I mean, bada bing, bada boom, man. Let's think about that. What other fighter has met Donald Trump, you know? Hawk, Coach Eddie says you're a racist a little bit. Look, you can't be a little bit pregnant, so either I am or I'm not. And Coach Eddie is the biggest, you know, I'm not gonna even call him a racist, but he just hates Canelo Alvarez and it's obvious. And I always say that. If he was Lanello James, he'd be Eddie's favorite guy. Frank versus Turkey. That's not even a match. You know, I was in the chat and Dirk, every time he sees me, he runs. When I hop in, he runs, man. He's just a hater. I don't even have a problem with dude, man. You know, I just call him out. YG switch sides. Yeah, I seen that, Pounds. He was in the Devin Haney locker room or in one of the conferences with Devin Haney saying he's going for Haney. Now Ryan Garcia is cringe dancing with YG. OG Blaze, stop ducking rap. Okay. They say Vergil looks shot because he got a knockout, but Boots Ennis got outclassed by Karen. Yeah, they said Karen's running, but Karen was just doing what they do, right? Back foot bitch, most footwork, most skills. Frank, what do you think of Ryan's music career? Basura. I'm sorry, Ryan. I think you're a hell of a fighter, but the music is basura. You know what though? Manny Pacquiao did have an album. Floyd Mayweather had the Money Team. He had a rap record label. And who else? Oscar had a sang love ballad. So it's nothing new, man. Ryan's just doing it in the new version, which is hip hop and rap. But Ryan, you're not gonna sell no records, bro. Stop. You know, you're better off just singing. I don't know, join a boy band. They called me a racist more than you, Frank. Yeah, you know what, man? That's a weak mind. Anybody who can't beat anybody in an argument, they call you racist, and you're not even call people racist. Like, you know what I mean? We people stick to their own, which is fine. But you just gotta be fair. You know, no, I don't have to like that for bitching, but I'm fair. You know, I think Tank Davis is good. I think Boots Ennis, they're good fighters. But all we're saying is they don't fight each other and they don't take on the tough opponents. Mexicans are always being called on to make the fights. You know, they want Canelo and David. They want El Rayo and Pitbull. They want Ryan Garcia and, you know, to face another black fighter to make money. They want Canelo to make money. You know, Mexicans just sell the tickets. They sell the pay-per-views. The two biggest stars are Mexicans now. It just is what it is, man. Latinos, Mexicans, it is what it is, man. You know, as far as what, you know, UK fighters and African-American fighters, you know, they just need to fight each other. Tank Davis needs to fight Shakira. Maybe that fight does well, but they won't fight each other. They're looking for to make money against Ryan Garcia, a Mexican. And it's just what it is. And maybe I'm racist because I say that, but that's just calling it how it is, man. The numbers don't lie. Ghost Cap rap down all with the smoke. Well, are you a rap star fanboy? You know, I don't know, man. He was talking shit. It is what it is. Bob Johnson, we know who you are. You're boring. You know what I'm saying? You're boring. Hop on. Tell me. We get along when Rastro was running his mouth about a Mexican. Yeah, I don't know, man. The guy, he's kind of gone off the rails. I don't know what happened to him. Maybe people got in his ear, told him he was bigger than he was. But you know what, man? It is what it is, man. It's free smoke everywhere for everybody. You know, and that's just what it is. Free smoke. So Ryan Garcia on his victory tour, you know, he's got little white kids coming up to him crying, telling him, "You saved my life. I can't thank you enough." Ryan Garcia is playing golf with Donald Trump. He's shadowboxing for Donald Trump. Oh, we also got a Nui and Miriam, mate. This is crazy. Okay, Dirt. You know, you don't even talk yourself. That's what's crazy. You know what? If you want me to talk about Booty Ennis for 2 hours, like that's crazy. That's crazy work. Nobody even cares about your fighters. That's what's crazy. Well, then come on and let me cook you and make it interesting. You know what I'm saying? You're here, brother. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what it is, Dirk and Jay Will. You guys know what I'm saying is the truth. I speak nothing but the truth, the whole truth. HLD, salute, a real one. See, HLD comes through and he cooks. You know, I always drop the link, man. Hit the like. Don't be a hater. You know, hit the like, man. Comment, subscribe. You know, tell me what you think. You know, I don't have a problem. It's free speech, baby. Frank isn't. Oh, I know. That's definitely. I know who that is. Look, how can you not be racist enough? Crawford fighting Madrimov, yeah. Ryan Garcia is getting a lot of love right now, but the hate is coming, Frank. Just wait. Well, they're already hating, and that's one thing I wanted to get into. So now we're on to Ryan Garcia. You know, if you look at the thumbnail now and future, so we're gonna switch gears. Let's cook about Ryan Garcia. Hit the like. JA, another one of my fans. Why are Mexicans so obsessed with blacks on boxing YouTube? Genuine question. I don't even talk about black fighters. I mean, I do, but I'm not obsessed with them. I don't go on 4 or 5 hour lives talking about Earl Spence and Stank Davis. That's you guys. You guys make 4 hour lives bashing Canelo Alvarez. I don't even know if you're black. I don't know. But I see many black channels, they bash Ryan Garcia. Well, they bash Lomachenko. Basically, all non-black fighters, they bash for 3 or 4 hours. I think we got the real one, HLD in the building. Salute, HLD. What's good, homie?
What's going on, Frank? How we doing, man? I just stepped in and that seemed like you're already going at somebody.
Hey, they're here, man. They're here. They're trying to cook me.
On what? On Crawford?
No. They're just saying that, I don't know. They're obsessed with, you know, right now we're beefing about Mexican fighters versus black fighters or African American fighters. I don't know. That's what they're saying.
What?
No, because you know, the Mexicans are doing damage right now as far as, you know, Canelo Alvarez, Ryan Garcia, and I don't know, these guys, they just come in my chat and they wage these wars.
Bums, bro. It's just bum talk.
What's up, man? Yeah, go ahead, man. What's up?
I mean, you know, what's the topic of the day? Who's the now a future is what you're saying about between those two, Canelo and Ryan?
Yeah, man. You know, Canelo's a star now, and Ryan's the future. But is Ryan the future? Is Canelo still even the star? Yeah, I'm just throwing it out there, man. Get the conversation going.
I mean, you know, the kid is hot for right now. You know what I mean? It is what it is. He how can I put it? I mean, he beat out of the 4 stars from that, you know, whatever they want to call them, the 4 kings. He beat the weakest guy that I've always thought was the weakest. So but you know, he was able to market himself so perfectly that, bro, the kid is everywhere. You cannot deny what this kid is doing, marketing wise. I mean, yeah, he's the hottest shit right now. But is he the future? He has to prove that to me. I mean, he has to prove that. He's just a hot thing right now, but I mean, he has to prove it. You know what I mean? Canelo's resume, you cannot deny one bit what he is, what he's done, and even though he's at the tail end of his career, whatnot. But yeah, Ryan's just the hottest thing right now, man. He's like the new toy that came out for Christmas that everybody wants, and then in March, you know, they'll put him in the back burner. That's what I feel.
Yeah, no, because imagine, luckily he's fighting Jaime Munguia, because I could see a world where we haven't heard the numbers. It's anywhere from like 1.5 million to like 900,000.
We'll get him Monday or Tuesday.
They're gonna put the numbers out Tuesday.
Yeah, Eric Gomez clarified what was going out there, and actually, it was E News who asked them. He said, "No, all the numbers that we got right now is fake news. The pay-per-view numbers don't come out till 10 days afterwards, and we should expect them by Monday. I think Monday or Tuesday."
And these going to be official, or it's just?
Well, Eric Gomez is the guy from Golden Boy. So.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so he's one of the matchmakers and all that shit over there. So I believe he put it out there. It was on Friday or Thursday that he put it out that he was asked, and he just came out. No, the numbers don't come out till 10 days afterwards. But I wouldn't be surprised that it's gonna be a hell of a lot more than what everybody expected. That I do know. The analytics and preliminary analytics would push towards that 1.5, and that's because
holy shit, that's crazy.
I mean, it's a high number. They always can play with that, but the analytics that they go by is by the number of. For an example, Blockbuster. Damn, I'm old with that. Dave and Buster's. Like 2 days before the fight, they finally signed the deal that they wanna have the fight at their locations. Now they have 161 locations, and the way you tally up those numbers is your atypical fire department has a total maximum of capacity per location. And that's how they come up with the numbers, how much they're going to charge Dave & Buster's. Well, each Dave & Buster's holds a capacity of about 2,000 people. So their numbers alone would be about 361,000.
Damn, that's insane.
And that's so. And then on that night, Joseph, I was on his panel, and he was at a Dave & Buster's in Houston. And it was packed to the brim. And there was another gentleman at a Dave & Buster's in Vegas on the panel. And he was there with his wife. And it was packed to the brim, standing room only. So that proves that it's going to be high numbers. How high? Who knows? But I wouldn't be surprised.
Dude, I'm a small channel, and my show, after the fight, did like 2,000. I'm just like this, and I looked around YouTube. These guys are getting 400,000 views off of just being at the fight. Like, it's insane.
It is, man.
Like, just like you follow other channels. Like, didn't you notice like all these channels like had tripled in numbers?
They're all high numbers now. That could be one or two things too. It could be there's more buzz about the fight afterwards because of what happened, and that caught like wildfire. So it could be a little bit of both. And many people didn't watch it, and they want to get to know what the hell happened. So it's hard to say. That's why we really have to see what the numbers are going to come through. But about 361,000 will be coming from Dave & Buster's. So if you thought that this fight was going to do 500,000, so now it's 850 or so, right? So it's I think it's a success, definitely a success.
Well, and what's crazy is nobody's seen that. Nobody's seen this coming, because we were saying the pay-per-view, the ticket sales were slow. It wasn't selling. People thought it was gonna do awful. And
I think they did a disservice with the prices. That's why it didn't sell as well as it should have right off the get, because the prices were crazy, man. That's bottom line. The prices were crazy. They had Vegas prices on a fight in Brooklyn, and that made no sense. But it did hit Main Street media, man. I mean, it did. People that don't tune into boxing as much and talk about it, we're talking about it, and you got the guy, what's his name, man, from Flagrant Foul, he was on his channel, and he's a big comedian, and he's talking to his people about it. You got Patrick Beverly, the minority owner of the Yankees, on his podcast, talking about it. And so the people that were tuning in are people that I say, would spend, would drop $80 on a tip during lunch. He's the kid who's tapping into people with money who don't have a problem buying a pay-per-view. And so I think that says it all. I mean, we just saw where's this kid at, bro? This kid is over there, fucking Mar-a-Lago with the orange man. I mean, like him, hate him, or whatever, it has nothing to do with it. He is hanging out with big time people with money, serious money. And so it is what it is. You saw you over prime time and shit. I mean, this kid.
Oh yeah, I just seen that. Yeah,
bro. Yeah, and then he's over here rapping, bro, in a concert with what's his name? Damn it.
You're talking about the rapper YG?
Yeah, YG, bro. So it's funny, man. So regardless of the fact, even if the numbers are not beyond what they thought, what this kid did for himself is set himself for the next payday. That next fight, people are going to be tuning in because they built up Haney to something that he's not. He never was that pound for pound dude. He was a good disciplined fighter with a good, some good decent skill set, but he had no special effects. He had no God-given talent. He never did. And you look at the resume, it's just perfect matchmaking. But anyway, regardless of the fact, this kid was a crazy kid who hasn't really fought anybody and did all that crazy shit and beat the hyped up guy that everybody was saying was all that.
I mean,
so good for him, bro.
He beat him. He beat him soundly. He beat him. I think he ruined his career. I'm saying that now. I had said right after the fight, the guy Haney will never be the same.
Haney will be how can I put it, man? He's gonna be in that category that he could still be a champion, but it's gonna be selectively, right? I don't think it's elite. He's not elite. He never was to me elite. And so, can he be a champion again? Yeah. Well, I mean, he is
he's still a champion.
He is the first 2-time email paper champion. But I think he's, I mean, it'll be careful walking from here on out. I don't see him fighting or beating any of the top guys. He'll keep on fighting the old guys, the guys like last night. Yeah, he'll fight a Ramirez. Yeah, he'll fight a Barboza. Those type of guys. He ain't gonna fight no Matias. He ain't gonna fight no Tio. He ain't gonna fight no, not even Pitbull Cruz. So,
I would just, you know what? That's probably likely fights one of these guys. Ramirez. Did you see the fight last night?
Bro, that was it just proved why. It proved two things. Why Ramirez didn't take the fight with Tio and why Bob Arum back-to-back weekends. Now we know why Bob Arum is one of the best in the business and got rid of those two jalopies, Barboza and Ramirez. He knew. Hey, I'm gonna sell these. I'm gonna get rid of these two cars. They still shine a little bit bright, but they got a lot of mileage on them. And they're about to break down. And that's what Oscar picked up, man.
They didn't. You know what, man? Every time I watch boxing, I'm like, you gotta impress me, right? Like people think, I hate when they say, "Oh, you don't know boxing, you don't watch boxing." It's like, bro, I watch to be entertained, and I see performances like that. Why would I want to watch another Barboza fight? You know what I mean? Like, you gotta entertain me, man. You gotta put on a performance when you're getting these Ramirez, Barboza, Hitchinson. You gotta put on a performance, man. You gotta get people clamoring and wanting to see your next fight. And if you come and lay a dud, it might be a while before we see you again. But I think Ramirez he's decent. He can give Tio a tough fight. I think Barboza can give him a tough fight. I mean, they're in the mix. You know, Hitchinson, Ramirez, Barboza, all these guys are in the mix. But you know, they all leave questions.
Man, Tio would stop Ramirez in 5 rounds. That dude would get seized. He is slow, and it's obviously that he can't take that punch, bro. He's taking a punch from a 38-year-old. Can you imagine taking a punch from a 26-year-old Tio or Matias or Pitbull?
Yeah, no, I mean, what I'm saying is I just want to see the fights. I would like to see Tio in with those guys. I mean, they're not the big fights, but they're fights that would they be decent fights. You know, I think Ramirez, Barboza, Hitchinson, even that Lemos guy. Yeah, he's a player now for these top guys, Tio, Matias. You know, they can give us a lot of good fights before we get to see the top fight. But yeah, what do you think about Vergil Ortiz?
I have mixed feelings, and and not to hate on it at all, but it is what it is. I wish I would have seen more rounds for him because I think he could use those rounds, but at the same time, he you know, like the saying goes, he took out the trash and didn't risk injury that could have costed him the August fight, right? So it's a mix, you know what I mean? I wish I could have seen a few more rounds, but you know, shit happens, bro. And you could get cut, you know, whatever the fuck. We just saw that with the Tim Tszyu fight by the second round, right? So, you know, it is what it is. But the kid is he's a strong bull. You guys were talking about Crawford. I just don't understand how anybody really talking about. I mean, when Crawford's fighting the weakest 154 guy on the card. Right. You know, it's Tim Tszyu and Vergil Ortiz, you know, and they're playing chess. Crawford's having these two guys, they're gonna cancel each other out.
Yeah, I seen that. Yeah, that's what I was.
So now I don't have to have 2 dogs after my ass. I only got 1, and let those 2 guys go to war, and I'll pick up the pieces of them later.
And you know, that's what I was thinking. That's exactly the play that I seen. I said, oh yeah, you know, it's gonna be a war. I mean, Tim Tszyu, Vergil Ortiz is a brutal blood battle, and they're both gonna take something out of each other. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, Crawford can say, oh yeah, I'll fight you next. Like it's smart, but I can see what you're doing.
Exactly. So I mean, we know the play, man. I understand the play all too well. But you know, it still looks to be like a decent card, I guess. I mean, there's nothing. You have to be a you know, one of those Bud Buddy type of fans who care about the Israel Kardashian fight, because I have zero interest about it, man.
Really, I mean, it's a stacked card. You got Ruiz and Baby Miller.
All the other ones, I'll be tuned in like more for the other ones, right? Especially the Tim Tszyu but the Crawford and Israel Kardashian is like we've seen this play before. You know what I mean? So maybe
it is going after the weakest link, like what you said. Like that's kind of how boxing goes, right? You go after the weakest link. You know, Spence is trying to go after Fedora. After that battle, but
Ryan just did that with Tio. They were talking to fight. Bob Arum, Oscar De La Hoya had the deal done, but then you know Ryan wasn't on board. Team Ryan didn't want to get that Tio smoke. They had another weaker, you know, lesser name, not lesser name, but a weaker opponent in mind, and his name is Devin Haney.
Oh.
So. It is what it is, and I get it's a business, but I'm hoping now that the 140 division, what we end up seeing is, you know, and I'm trying to give Matias some slack because he talked all that shit, and for him to go fight Paro instead of wanting to fight Tio in June. But all right, you want to have that Puerto Rican fight over there, right? Puerto Rico fight, that's cool. Mm-hmm. Get it. Tio's fighting in June also. I expect those 2 to be in the ring in September. And from what I see with Devin Haney, I'm happy that he doesn't have a broken jaw from what it looks like. Saw him with a picture with Oscar yesterday. So good for him. Pick up that fight with Sandor Martin. And if you're able to beat Sandor Martin, say he fights him in September, October, maybe we could get a unification, another unification between the winner of Tio Matias and Haney and Sandor Martin in December.
That would be a good round table. Well,
Yes.
round robin kind of
Round robin type of
quality
fight.
tournament.
And we try to get these belts, unified. I mean, we'll see. But it's such a business first type of thing, man. And now Matchroom is trying to maximize Matias. That's why he took on that fight in Puerto Rico with Paro. And he's calling out Regis Prograis. I'm like, what the fuck are you calling Regis Prograis out?
Who's calling out Prograis?
Matias.
Oh, why? That's like
That
Prograis
makes
already had his chance.
It makes no sense. No sense. So because they're he signed a new contract and now he's got he's wearing silk pajamas.
Yeah,
Simple
you
as
know
that.
what? I think the money man right now in between 140 and 147 is Ryan. He's gonna call the shots. And what I think Ryan should do. I know you're probably not gonna like this, but I think the biggest fight is Ryan versus Tank. I think that's a no-brainer. It's 2 million pay-per-views. I mean, that's exaggerating, but you know what I mean. It's going to be massive. I think if he doesn't fight Tank Davis, because I doubt Tank Davis would go up to 144 to fight Ryan.
That's not happening ever.
You think Tank Davis is such a bitch? He's just like, nah, I already beat him. Because I've seen a lot of his fans say that, oh, no, he doesn't need Ryan anymore. He's a star.
In your words, he is such a bitch.
He's such a bitch like that he says,
Bro,
I already beat him. Even for the money?
He has
with
not
that
fought
much money
anybody.
on the table?
He has not fought anybody in his career without an advantage pre-fight. Not once has he fought somebody without an advantage pre-fight. It's either bringing guys up from 130 or from 126 to 130, or guys from 130 to 135, or bringing down the 140 guys with a hydration clause at 135. Or going up to 140 and having a hydration clause like he did with Barrios. And that's what he does. That guy's never fought a fair fight ever. Because what will happen to him is the same thing that happened to Haney. The first time you fight somebody on equal ground of age, size, and weight, you're gonna get exposed. Simple as that.
That's what it is, right? Exposed. Because like you're saying, and this is what I like, and I'm okay with Ryan doing it. Yes, you're the A side, exploit them. Use it. I mean, if these guys are doing it, if Tank Davis did it, Devin Haney did it, like what we're talking about, fighting older guys, like older champions, fighting guys coming up in weight. That's what he did against Hector Garcia. He brought him up, and then, Hector Garcia in his next fight, he goes back down. So, that's a lot of the way that boxing works, right? Like the casual fan is not going to understand that, right?
No, they're not.
Talk shit about guys.
But we just saw Jojo get his ass whooped yesterday.
Yeah.
Isn't that a guy on Haney's resume? The guy that gave him his toughest fight in his career when he fought him was Jojo Diaz. He lit him up on that fight. It was he won that fight, I think, Haney, but Jojo Diaz was his toughest fight up to date. And what is he, a 126-pound guy going to 135? What Ryan is gonna do? He's a welterweight, and I think a lot of people get it confused with what he's gonna be. What he said, if there is a 140 guy that wants to fight him, it will have to be at a catch weight if they want it. Or it doesn't have to be a catch, but if they want a catch weight of 144, I think he said, he'll honor that unless they want to take it straight up 147, no hydration clause. Teal's up for it. He came out, he'll do it either way, 145 or whatever. He'll fight him regardless. But I think for everybody else, the Tank Davises, if Haney wants a rematch, he could, if he wants a catch weight, he'll honor a catch weight for them. Just no hydration clause. So
I'm gonna say something crazy, and it's gonna sound crazy, but I'm thinking, is this the best era of boxing ever? Is it? Could it turn out to be the best boxing era? Because I know, you're an older fan.
No, I wouldn't say the best era.
Well, hear what I'm saying. Like, there's so many fights. There's so many top level. I don't ever remember it being this top heavy. Even in the Manny Pacquiao era, Oscar De La Hoya era, Oscar had to go fight Bernard Hopkins, right? Tito Trinidad. But there wasn't so many top level, like a Pitbull Cruz. It was just Oscar, Shane, Tito for a little bit, Bernard, but then he was fighting Tarver. But not where there's this many fights. Like
Tito was in the mix.
Yeah, but he had gotten beat a couple times. But what I'm saying is, like, you got Tio, you got Isaac Cruz, you got Matias, you got Ryan Garcia now, you got some of these Antoine Russells. There's just so many fights where all these guys have a legitimate chance.
The problem is that, look, for example, we see the Saudi card, right? And there's a lot of big names fighting each other. Only Vergil, Ortiz, and Tim Tszyu are the two, apex predators on that card fighting each other. Rayo's gonna get knocked the fuck out.
You think so?
Absolutely. Rayo is he's never been that dude. He's got power. Let me not take that away. He's got power, but he's not that dude. He's not that dude. And his chin is not his boxing skills and his chin is not gonna be.
I have a scenario that could make Ryan Garcia the greatest fighter. He could. My chat is gonna hate me. You know where Team Canelo over here, right? HOD, Team Ryan Canelo. You already know that, right?
No, man, I don't know. I don't know what your flavor is, my man.
Nah, homie. I just keep it a buck with you, because I respect your opinion. Just so you know, you don't get people.
So your team, okay. So your Team Canelo and your Team Ryan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but what I'm saying is, like, I could put Ryan Garcia. I'm saying they're gonna hate me for this. He could maybe pass Canelo as a Mexican. I could put Ryan Garcia in the path to beat Tio, to beat Shakur, to beat Tank Davis. If he did something like that, he'd be neck and neck with Oscar, neck and neck with Canelo. Those are all very winnable fights for Ryan. That's what I'm saying about era. I possibly think, like, I was like, a couple of years ago, I was done with boxing because I was like, these guys ain't fighting each other with the networks. And none of these fights are happening. Now it seems like with Saudi money, with PBC being forced into, like, pushing their fighters on Saudi cards, it's like we're finally gonna see all these guys fight, dude. I think it's really gonna happen in the next 3 years.
I can't see that far ahead, but this is what I can. This is the path I will see for Ryan, because he has to then fight for legacy. So you mentioned all these guys, and out of all those guys, only
that's what I'm
one
saying
guy.
about. Oh, so let me just finish that point.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
That's what I'm saying about era. Like, there's never been an era where you could fight that many guys in one weight class and make you a legend. Like, Manny had to keep moving up. So did Floyd. But Ryan really has Tio, Shakur, Tank Davis, all in his sights. Matias, if he becomes a dark horse, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if there's ever been an era like this. Bud Crawford, Boots Ennis, it's all right there, dude. Has there ever been an era like this?
See,
maybe Oscar, Corte, Tito, but remember, Shane came late, and so did Oscar. Like, Shane had to jump up, and Mayweather came later before all those guys mixed it up. But anyway, go ahead.
Well, I mean, you see, you're mentioning all these names, but and I realistically, I don't see Shakur moving from 135 anytime soon. And if he does, it'll be to 140, which is not going to be a Ryan Garcia fight. This is the path that I see for Ryan if he wants to really start putting his name in the record books and start. He needs to go fight Mario Barrios at 147 as soon as Crawford vacates the belts for the vacant WBC belt. As soon as that happens, I see then Tio moving up to 147, fighting Santillán for the vacant WBO. And then I see Ryan and Tio for a unification fight at 147.
Damn, that's massive.
That winner from there then carries on that torch. You see what I'm saying? And that's where I see what Ryan should do. Now Ryan could pick up some other pieces if he wants, but you know we still have Boots at 147, and Ryan ain't dumb enough to even want to mention the guy's name. And as far as Tio, he's probably the only one crazy enough to want to do it, to fight Boots. Not that he's mentioned them either. It's still a tall task, but I don't see any of these other guys fighting Ryan. Ryan is a welterweight, and unless they're willing to go up to welterweight, you know, at a catch weight for him if they want it, then that's what it is. If not, I don't see Shakur fighting him. I don't see Matias just right now. Because I'm always on Mill City, he you know, they talk about Boots, and he's like, well, you know, I'm a 140 champion. He could come meet me here at 140 if he wants it. We could get it, but he ain't trying to move up to 147. So I that's why I say that Ryan, whatever moves Ryan does, I don't know, man. But whatever he does, he can make a lot of money. You know, he can make some good money in his next couple of fights if he chooses wisely. And I don't think he's gonna go for legacy. I don't think so. Prove me wrong.
I mean, the internet is so crazy. They're saying Rolly's in the mix now, that they're negotiating. I think that could be clickbait. They said Rolly could possibly fight him. Yeah, you know, that's the thing about this era though, is that they may take a year off. Like Tank Davis hasn't fought in a year after that Ryan win. You would think they would come right back and carry the momentum, but even Bud Crawford, he took a victory lap. I kind of fear that Ryan Garcia is going to take an extended victory tour.
Doesn't that tell you how great Canelo is?
Well, Canelo only fights 2 times a year, but yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying. At least you know there's 2 dates a year that man is going to give you, regardless if he's making $35 million and plus per fight. You know, that's the special. That's what I can respect about Canelo. That even though he's making mega dollars, you know, his activity is second to none, because everybody else takes forever.
I guess we could switch gears, because like we were talking about Ryan and his future path. Maybe we'll come back to the weight thing, depending on HLD.
No, the weight. What weight thing? What weight thing on the Ryan Garcia?
Oh man, that I took a break because I was like, you know, I had a good show last week. It was crazy, but I'm like, man, I don't want to oversaturate this shit. Let me die down, come back a week later, and kind of talk about the aftermath. You know, come out my bunker and talk about the aftermath. And all I seen was Clarissa Shields, Tim Bradley, Paulie Malignaggi, all these like experts. All they're talking about is the only reason Ryan won because of the weight. And I was just like, it's so hateful and spiteful. They're just trying to rob this kid of his win.
I think that the kid is so popular over the top right now that it drowns all of that out. Like none of the casuals are even listening to this shit. Yeah. like bro, he's hugging Prime Time. And Prime Time said, man, what I say I was gonna bet, man? I'm betting on Jesus. You know, so like they don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? This kid has got everybody. You know that nobody's talking about that really and taking it serious. Everybody knows that Devin Haney is a weight bully. And look, is there a I don't want to say advantage?
What do they say there? It be your own. So instead of the boxing world lifting him up and putting him on, basically letting him put boxing on his back, they're trying to be crabs in a bucket, which is sad. It's like, look, we finally got to start.
I'm even
An
hearing
American
some victim
star.
mentality card, man. I'm hearing this shit. Oh man,
Say
look
it.
at him. Look how popular he is, man. Because they see Primetime hugging him and shit, right?
Right.
Oh, if Haney would have gotten the win, he wouldn't have gotten not even half the attention. I'm like, oh my god, bro. Devin Haney is as dry as toast, bro. He has no charisma, personality to do the shit. This kid is on a concert with YG, bro. He's shadow boxing in front of the Orange Can Man, the former president. He's been interviewed by Patrick Beverly. I mean, because he's got this, you know, he's got an it factor. Haney wouldn't have done none of this shit. Look at him. He's got a song that's being played everywhere. He got a diss track for Haney. It's like, get the fuck out of here, bro. It's like, no, man. The kid is the kid, and there's gonna be hate, you know, and whatever. But as far as the advantage of the weight goes, it didn't win the fight. It just the Devin Haney. The Devin Haney had to suffer being more uncomfortable to cut weight. I agree to that. I'm saying yeah, he did, because he shouldn't be fighting at 140 anyways. But when it comes to coming in fight night, the kid is weighing as much, if not more, than Ryan Garcia, and this kid has always done this versus everybody. Nobody was saying that to Loma. Was anybody saying, damn, bro, this guy came in at 160 pounds, 155 pounds versus little old Loma? Ain't nobody complaining about the weight bullying bullshit. So, I mean, it's bullshit. It's just, you know, they're looking for any way to discredit it. You want to call him a champion, go right ahead. But the fighters that are actively in the game, nobody sees Devin Haney as champion, just like they didn't see him as champion when he was, you know, the paper champion at 135. Nobody recognized him as that.
But for beating Cambozo.
Well, he beat no. Look, but I'm saying that when they gave him the belt in 2020 on the podium.
Oh, the email belt.
Right. I you know, when they gave him that belt on the podium, bro, you're not a champion. And then you just got your ass beat. You're gonna call yourself a champion? No, man, you're not. You know, you're not in my book. But
so, at the end of the day, it's Devin Haney. It's like it's almost like, I guess, having your cake and eat it too. It's like Ryan, yes, he's the man. He's playing, dancing for Trump. He's on a victory tour. He's dancing with rappers, making diss songs. But then at the same time, Devin Haney isn't who we thought he was.
He never
was who we thought he was.
Never. Not in my book. I've always said it. Call me a hater. I've always said that the kid is, I'm going to admit, he is one of the most dedicated, right? I will not take that away from him. The kid is one of the most dedicated, disciplined fighter that in that group. I wouldn't take that away from him. But if you look at his resume, it's not what it is, bro. He fought Santiago for his first title defense with his paper champion. Who's Santiago? He fought Gamboa, who just finished getting knocked out by Tank and was 38 ancient years old and shit with a blown Achilles tendon. He fought Ramirez after that, who had 5 losses, all by way of knockout. Three out of the last 5 fights, he was knocked out 3 times going into Haney. And then when he fought Haney, that was his first loss by decision, and he rocked Haney. Then he fought Jojo Diaz, who was a blown-up 126-pounder, who gave him the toughest fight of his life up to that point. He fought a Cambosos. Come on, man. Cambosos never was that guy. He beat Tio, if you want to say that, whatever. He beat Tio on his worst night, and he's never been the same since after that war. He's never been the same since. And he's about to get knocked out by Lomachenko. So if you look at Jojo Diaz, he lost to Lomachenko in my eyes, and Lomachenko is about to beat Cambosos. those guys are going to be out of boxing, and Linares is retired. I mean, you know, like, dude, that dude never perfect matchmaking, and that's all he was. Perfect matchmaking. He never fought anybody in his prime until he fought Ryan Garcia, and they were very confident in that his God-given abilities was going to overcome anything that Haney could bring to the table, and they proved it within the first 30 seconds.
And that's the thing, man. In boxing, you know, you can't get to the top kind of faking it, right? You could pad your record for 10, 15, 20 fights. You just pad your record, fight nobodies. And, you know, you can buy your way. No, well, allegedly, I guess you gotta have a disclaimer. Buy your way in the rankings. Not buy, but you pay I think you pay like a percentage, right? You pay a sanctioning fee, right? That's what they call it.
You got sanctioning fees, and then you got belt fees.
Yeah, but as far as like you can fight for all these like intercontinental belts. You're paying these orgs to basically buy a ranking. And you could buy your way into the top 10, then buy a mandatory status, you know, with these interim title fights, which are not title fights. They're, I guess, interim. They're fights to help you get to the title, which is crazy in itself. So, man, these orgs are just dipping in these guys' pockets like crazy, and you can't do a thing about it.
No. Right now, imagine Ryan. Ryan could start then saying, do what same thing Tank has been doing, calling up guys from lower weight classes to come up, you know, to come up at him. Or he could pick some of these older champions at 147, you know, maybe fight Spence. And
that's what, yeah.
And beat his ass, and oh my God, he beat Spence. You know, and we all know Spence has been a car test dummy, crash dummy since the accident. He's never been the same. That guy has not been the same. And
yeah, I love that fight.
If you think a beating, you know, in the ring takes a lot out of a fighter, imagine what that car accident did to him. He landed on his face.
And me as just a boxing fan, I would like to see Spence versus Ryan Garcia.
I think that would be a cool fight. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it'll be a good fight. It'll be a smart fight too for Ryan Garcia.
Oh yeah, at 147, you know, I think Danny Garcia is already out. Keith Thurman, he may not be able to make the weight, but the storyline between Ryan Garcia and, you know, he's trained by Derek James fighting Earl Spence, and he shafted Derek James. Like, that'd be a crazy story. And then it's in Texas. They could sell out Texas Stadium. That'd be a massive.
Look at the three names that Ryan Garcia could put on his resume, bro, and it looks good on paper. I mean, he could put on his resume Spence, Thurman, and Garcia, Swift Garcia. He could put those three names on his resume, and they're gonna be like, "Holy shit, this guy's been fighting the big names," like they were saying with Haney, right? Oh, he fought the great Jorge Linares, you know, and you know, fight like he did with Loma. You know, who's the better guy out of the three? Spence, Thurman, or Swift Garcia? Whoever that guy's gonna be the equivalent to a Loma,
right?
They're just gonna do that, you know what I mean? And like, oh my God, man, he doesn't duck the smoke. He takes the big names. He goes after the big guys, and you know that's what these subversion propaganda media does. So
no, I hear what you're saying. I think it would be a good run, but yeah, I think Spence Crawford is blockbuster. That to me has blockbuster written all over it. But is it you know, Spence could be a dead man walking. I mean, he already was. I mean, that guy probably has nothing left, right? They said he could barely make 147.
I saw him running in camp with Von Miller, and I didn't even see any muscle definition. No muscle. I don't like. He didn't look like a boxer, bro. He looks thin, bro. Yeah, man. He didn't even look. I don't know what he didn't look like, bro. He didn't look like a fighter to me, man. He didn't. Not like the, you know. I just didn't see it. I don't know if there's anything left of that guy, man.
No, I doubt it. I think he's an empty container. I think he's a name at this point that somebody could make their name off of. But if I'm Earl Spence, I say, hey, yeah, I'll fight Ryan Garcia. I'll kill myself one last time, I mean, for the money that he'll probably make for that, I think it's a no-brainer.
Ryan will fight him at 150. He'll do a catch weight. Bro, isn't that how Tank made his name, with all these catch weights and bringing, just having the advantage before the fight starts? And Devin Haney's been a weight bully and fighting old champions and shit. And that's why I ride with my guy, man. And it's Tio, no matter what. I don't hear Tio. Tio don't need to build up the fight. He's not asking for, I need to do a catch weight. So Ryan, looking at the past 6 months, so Devin Haney hung up on Tio. He was trying to, like, hey man, you want to fight so we can have have Aram and Eddie talk it out? No, he didn't want to do that. Aram sat down with Oscar. They were at the Vegas home. They ironed everything out, but then Team Garcia, Oscar couldn't produce Ryan for the fight. He didn't want to fight him. Well, what then? Those two ended up fighting each other. Matias said he wanted to fight Tio. Oh, my hand is swollen and all these bullshit excuses and whatever. Maybe in June, we could do it in June. And all along it's because he was signing with Eddie Hearn. Waited till Tio fought February 8th to make an announcement that he's gonna fight Baro in June. Well, Tio said we can fight in June, bro. Because Tio, after that fight, after Ortiz said let's do this. He had Aram call Eddie, and Eddie said no, we have other plans for him for right now. I'm like, none of these guys want to fight this young kid, bro. I don't know what's next for Tio. I'll be honest with you. I don't know who's in line right now for him to fight in June. But I think he has a June 29th date. But I don't know if there's a solidified opponent just yet. Who knows? It might end up being that Claggett guy because they got no choice. No, we there?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Made you fall asleep, bro.
No, I was muted. I'm drinking
bad.
my beer. No, I was just listening. So is he still? He's gonna fight a lesser opponent this June, right? This summer?
He's June 29th. We don't. There's not an official named opponent, but who is available to fight top 15 WBO for Tio right now? I
mean, I'm okay with it as long as he comes back and fights the top guy. Like, he needs to fight a Matias. I don't mind a Haney fight. Hopefully it's Ryan Garcia. I think that's one of the best fights in boxing is Haney, Ryan Garcia. That'd be a mega fight. I think it would do really well too. I don't know, man. Tio got a lot of criticism against Ortiz. I thought Ortiz was running. But, Tio, man, I mean, if he looks spectacular, I think he gets the drum rolls for a major fight. But, yeah, Ryan Garcia is a great opponent, and I think Ryan Garcia has called out Teofimo before. He said he wants Teofimo.
He says a lot, man. But like I said, are you on Twitter, Frank? I thought you were on Twitter.
I was, but not anymore. But I'll come back. I'm gonna go back on that.
Like that, I could hit you up with some info and shit. But they were in negotiations, and.
Well, I know Oscar and Ryan, Tio and Oscar hang out, so, I mean, it should be an easy fight to be made if they both want it.
Bob Aram, I mean, and that's what I'm saying. I mean, I can send you the stuff you can see, at least what's public. And Aram's, explaining, look, I went to Oscar's house. He came to my house in Vegas. We ironed out the deal. Everything was set. All the details was cleared. But Oscar was not able to produce Ryan Garcia. And I know why. And I know why. I'm not going to ask him why, but I know why.
Right.
That's what Aaron was saying. So.
Well, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe it could be down the line. But I think Ryan right now is a bona fide star. We'll see.
He's an awesome payday right now for anybody.
Oh, yeah. And what I think is going to happen, my prediction is Ryan's going to fight somebody that he really kills. Like, he's going to make them either really come down in weight, to kill themselves to come down in weight, or he's going to make a smaller fighter come up, to hurt them. It can be Teofimo, it can be Spence. But Ryan's definitely in the driver's seat. He is Well, he's already a star, you know. Can he be bigger than Canelo? But I was gonna switch gears to Canelo Alvarez
Go
and
right ahead.
Jaime Munguia. Yeah, it's Canelo Alvarez fight week. I just wanted to, you know, check the pulse of Ryan Garcia. Is everybody still on the bandwagon? Are people like, okay,
I mean,
let's keep it?
There's no buzz for this fight, bro. Right now,
For Jaime Munguia, you don't think so?
The Ryan Garcia wave is taking over for right now, bro.
Right.
That is drowning out this fight and media wise. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna watch because it's gonna be a good, nice war of a fight. But Ryan Garcia has drowned. I mean, did you even hear Canelo congratulate him?
Did Canelo congratulate him?
No, I haven't heard him congratulate him. You know, so we'll see. I don't know if if the buzz is as big as that there is, as there was gonna be, maybe. You know, and maybe it'll pick up during the week, because but this kid is doing so much. I mean, it's every day something new. He's dropping something new, and there's something new big, and he's fucking kid is clever with the marketing, but the fight, as far as the fight in itself,
go ahead.
As far as the fight in itself, I got Canelo winning. But don't be surprised if we see a true aging factor in this fight with Munguia. This kid is 27 years old, and I'm not saying he's a phenom of a boxer, but he's a fighter. And a young lion versus an older lion, and you can't deny that, and that's just the way it's always been. Only in the few circumstances that you don't see that the young lion overcomes the older lion, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a major decline in Canelo as far as age-wise, winning the fight, but in a war,
taking some lumps, huh?
Yeah.
Salute Dom RoboCrib, thank you. Ryan is next level, big insane. Salute Isaac Bermudez. Hit the like. I know HLD hit the like. Hit the like button. Comment, subscribe. Hawker. Canelo will never fight Benavidez. Oh, come on, Hawker. You're being a hater. I'm just playing, Hawker. Canelo put Ryan backseat again when he faces Benavidez. Okay, so I was gonna say something about that. Leading up to this fight, it was all about Canelo Alvarez, the drama. He was with PBC, he wasn't. He goes back. He said he was gonna fight an American. People thought it was Charlo. They said, "Oh no, that fight can't sell." So eventually, we landed on Jaime Munguia, but all the energy was he stuck in David Benavidez. Do you remember that, HLD? Remember all the
absolutely,
the whole drama? So one thing I was noticing and what I'm seeing, it seems like David Benavidez' energy has changed. Here's what I mean. He's fighting on Tank Davis undercard, and the Saudis are doing fights in Vegas. And he's been talking about he's gonna fight the winner of Better Be a B-Ball. And
I see that.
His whole energy has changed. I don't even know if he's even talking about Canelo anymore. But his energy has changed.
That fight is done.
You think David Benavidez is going to fight the winner of Better Be a B-Ball?
Yeah. I think the Saudis are gonna put that money up for that.
Well, before you finish your thought, I'll let you finish your thought. Is it kind of like, here, this is just my initial response. I could all be wrong, right? But it seems like, I don't know, man, like the squeeze was put on Benavidez because he kept running his mouth. And it's like, now he's eating his words. And he's, like what you're saying, I feel like he was forced into it. There was like a chess move. He got cornered. And he's like, fuck it, I have to do it. But go ahead.
It's a lot of things that's coming into play. And it's a business, and they move, and how can we maximize? I have a farm of fighters. How can we maximize the amount of dollars out of all of them without them trying to totally cancel each other out. Canelo could always still make money fighting anybody. I mean, he can. If Benavidez gets that fight at 175, and then you got David Morrell, who's also moved up to 175. That's a big fight down the line. Two young guys. So I see that being a matchup down the line. And I heard Big Charlo, who was he talking to? But it was today. He's putting it out that he's gonna be fighting Canelo in September. Whether it's true or not, we'll see.
I heard that too. That's what a lot of the chat was saying.
And he said that. I mean, this is Big Charlo saying it himself, that he's the revenge for his brother. Canelo, I think Canelo's days of 175 is done for now, and there's plenty of, he can make money regardless who he fights. At 168, there's money. So you can see the Charlo fight. You could have the bullshit fight with Berlanga next year or something like that.
And I think, Berlanga's gonna get the fight. Something tells me he's gonna get the fight.
I don't want to see it, bro.
If he continues to look good.
That dude, bro. he's not in my shopping cart, man. But I see that Canelo doing that, and it is what it is, man. So we didn't get the Benavidez fight. That's one fight out of how many? And I think you could say that by a lot of the champions of the past. We didn't see Thurman and Mayweather. And that should have happened when Thurman was in his prime. Or Pacquiao much earlier instead of like 6 years afterwards and shit. So it happens.
I'm hoping it still happens, but it just seems like all the energy just changed from Benavidez. I don't know. I'm just reading into it. Something tells me his whole energy changed, and he's looking in a whole new direction.
There's big Saudi money, man, because the Saudis are sponsoring that fight, right? And well, they're not sponsoring it entirely. I think I'm not.
Well, Benavidez said something interesting. He said that the Saudis offered him Crawford. They wanted to make Benavidez Crawford. Like,
at 160.
Yeah, you seen that? Yeah, I mean the Benavidez can't lie so much. I mean, I don't know if he's being truthful, or maybe he was just told that. But that's what he said. He said, "Yeah, they offered me Crawford." You know how David talks, but I think David isn't in the loop. Something tells me like it's his dad that talks to everybody, and he just tells David certain things. Like, hey, like David, you just stay focused on the fights. I'm gonna set everything up. Because the way he talks, he's like, oh yeah, they said Crawford at 160. Like, bro, who's telling you that? Who are you talking to?
Right. I believe, and you know what, exactly what you said, and you know what, that happens to a lot of fighters. They're so fucking far out of the loop that they're literally puppets to their managers and promoters.
Oh my God, dude, I literally seen that Vergil Ortiz. When they asked him about Zoo, he was like, I didn't even know. Like, what the fuck? He said that last night in his interview. He said, oh no, I just show up to the fight. They just tell me who I'm gonna fight and I show up.
Well, I think the way they told him, and I think he was playing video games, and he was playing video games, and hey, you want to?
Oh, I see.
You want to fight? Tim Tszyu in August? And he nodded. Yeah, all right, man, whatever. Kept on playing video games.
Well, the way he said it is, basically the fight was already done, and then he was told. It wasn't like they said, "Hey, Vergil, what do you think about?"
Is that how they did it?
Yeah, that's the way. When he said it, it said he didn't even know, because they asked him. He was kind of surprised, like, "Oh yeah, I heard that. I didn't know it was really gonna happen."
No, damn. So there you go.
So everybody's saying this Benavidez duck Canelo. Like, Canelo's probably the only one that actually knows what's going on. Like, he's one of the rare fighters, like you're saying. they might get a text. Oh, I heard you're fighting so and so. I didn't know. Oh, okay. You know what?
That's exactly what happened to Roberto Duran and Sugar Ray Leonard too. So he beat Leonard's ass in the first fight, and he went out, woo, party, right? And he went up, he went all the way up to 190 pounds, and his manager signed the rematch and told him, all right, man. He signed it for him. Yeah, we're gonna do it. And then he told Roberto, you're gonna fight Leonard in a rematch. All right, when? In 2 months.
Oh shit! Yeah, I seen that. I think I did see that somewhere.
So he, so they don't. So he went into fat camp, bro. That's why he didn't have no energy for that fight. He was like, bro, I can't do this. And so that, regardless, yeah, he said no mas, but it's because that. They're out of the loop. It's not like, a lot of these fighters don't know shit. Matias don't know shit about his contract, bro.
Right? He don't know shit.
I'm telling him, man, like, dude, this dude don't even know what the fuck he signed. So I'm at Mill City and I'm rocking him. I'm like, bro, your man don't know even what the fuck he signed, bro.
I remember they said Manny Pacquiao was like that. He was with a guy named Murad Muhammad. He had no idea. He never knew what was going on, who he was gonna fight, when, where. He just was told, okay, be here, be there, be ready.
Just like that, bro. And so it's bullshit, but it's the fighter's fault, But the thing is, what happens is that when the fighter is too known to want to know everything, right? And he's all, you ruffle feathers. That's the problem with Tio. That's why Tio and Bob Arum are always at that, because they want to do it one way and he wants to do it another way. And so that's why they're always clashing heads.
Well, that's why there's the latest beef between Mayweather and Tank Davis have a beef now. I guess they're going back and forth.
That's to promote the fight.
I mean, I know that, but it's just something to talk about. These guys are beefy. I guess Mayweather is saying he needs to fight Shakur Stevenson, and I guess they're upset about, I don't know what they're upset about, but I guess they're internet beefing, social media beefing, They got
50 Cent involved, man.
50 Cent is involved between the Mayweather and Tank Davis beef?
Yeah, because Tank is saying that Mayweather is being held up by the Saudis over there in Dubai.
I heard that.
He owes them a lot of money. Lots of money. And
Isn't he stuck over there?
And he's stuck over there.
Is it true he's stuck over there?
This is what Tank is saying. If I'm lying, tell him to go live and show where he's at. If I'm lying, why does he look all rough, bro? Dude, because Mill City had him on his thing, man. He came out with Zab Judah, and dude looking rough, bro. The fade is off, bro. He's scruffy, bro. He looking scruffy. So. And then there's some other personal things that 50 Cent first started out as bullshit, but then there's another thing that Tank put out, like, no, I think this could be real, man. If he needs money, let me know. I know we at each other, but he's still my brother.
Oh, the gambling shit. He's over there gambling and got himself in trouble.
Gambling, or the Conor Ben came out and said, man, pay your jewelry, you fraud. Because that's a gold. It's a gold district over there. They have a like the Diamond District in New York.
Right.
There's a gold district in Dubai, and
right.
They're saying that Conor Ben is saying that he owes them money for our jewelry and shit like that. And I don't know. So who knows, man? Who knows what's true or not?
Well, yeah, that's the internet, right? Anybody can put out anything. We're just kind of all stuck. It's entertainment, right? Like, I'm doing these boxing, talking boxing, and people always ask, like, why are you talking? Don't you just talk about the fights? I'm like, honestly, bro, really, like, there's only so many fights. Like last night's card was like mid. It wasn't even mid. It was kind of whack,
Hey, what's that TV show, man? That Mario Lopez comes out on?
The View or not the View?
No,
but...
is it Entertainment Tonight or something like that?
Oh yeah.
You know, it's all about the gossiping and shit. That's all there. Sometimes that's all there is to talk about.
Well, shit. Before the Ryan fight, there was really nothing. The first part of the year was kind of dead. It was just really hard to talk boxing because it's like all you're doing is talking about the gossip, like David Benavidez ducking Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez ducking David Benavidez. And it's just like, it's crazy how all the narratives change over a week or two.
Like that fight has really people are not even, I don't see the buzz at all anymore for it, bro.
For Benavidez, Canelo Alvarez?
Nope.
That's what I said. I thought it was so strange. I'm thinking about it. I'm like, man, you're right. Ryan Garcia has just took over. It's all about Ryan Garcia.
It's crazy.
That's insane. Bro. No, if you really think about it, bro, at this time last year, they said he quit against Tank Davis. And to just fast forward a year, now he's the face of boxing again.
I just watched that fight, man, because I've never watched the Tank Davis fight live, man. And PBC put the fight out the same night that Ryan beat me. Just convenient assholes, bro. To try to get some clout. And they released Tank and Ryan Garcia fight.
Oh yeah.
You know what, man? I can't really say that he quit, man. I mean, I'm a little bit into both, bro. It was a liver shot. It was a good liver shot, and anybody been touched there, your computer shut down, and the kid had a separated rib.
Remember there was a bowling camp, and it was just hectic before it.
So, and talking to Nonito, he got hit by I think he got hit by Inoue with a liver shot, and he went down, and we're when that fight came out, we were all talking about it, and Nonito was saying that not everybody knows how to try to recover from that. And you can't breathe. First of all, you cannot breathe. You got to hold your breath.
Yeah.
You got to hold your breath. You got to take the knee, hold your breath, and then slowly get up, not breathing, trying to walk it out, and then slowly take some intermittent short breaths to try to recover. But if you try to breathe immediately and expand, you're fucked. And it was a delayed reaction, like a normal liver shot. It
was almost like Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins.
Yep.
If you remember that one, it was delayed.
Yeah, I don't blame it. I mean, it's like saying you got knocked out and you quit because you didn't get out of being concussed. It's just a different way of being knocked out. You got no control over it, man. That pain is above and beyond, and it's not only the pain tolerance, is that it shuts you down, and people don't understand that. It shuts you down, and so it is what it is. I don't say he quit. Would I have liked to see at least see him try to fight it out a little bit, maybe? But no, man, he was gonna get knocked. That's hard to recover from.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch on, because like you said, he had a rib injury, but the chat is hella funny. Two Matadors said Mayweather is hiding out with P. Diddy. T. Swoosh said he was raping a camel. What the fuck? These guys are hilarious.
Yo, you know what Mayweather did say about Tank? He put a video out of, Tank doing his little funny dances.
Oh, yeah. Well, those have been out, but now he put it out?
Well, he put it out. We always knew he had some sugar in his tank. I like calling him gay right out.
Well, you know what? They're crediting Mayweather. Somehow that guy just stays relevant because they're saying that, did Ryan say it or Mayweather said it? But I thought Ryan said that Mayweather told him to skip the 3 pounds. To fuck Haney over. They're crediting Mayweather with telling him that.
I think they're riding with it with the trolling. But if you look at the last few fights of Garcia, that's what he's been fighting at.
Yeah.
So I think they're taking advantage of using Mayweather's name and to troll it out. I don't think Mayweather told them to all that. I think they already knew. Put it this way, they already knew that they were just. There's a guy named Rooster. He's part of Team Garcia.
Oh, okay.
And he was on a panel. With him, and right before the Tank Davis fight, because they had the catch weight and the rehydration, and even he threw out there that they may just outright just blow the catch weight, pay the fine, whatever, and still fight Tank. So it's not the first time that I've heard that now from them, that they may do that and just pay the penalty because they're gonna make so much money and all that. So, I think he learned his lesson from not doing it last time, and he did it this time. That's all.
It's smart. It's just smart. Because going back to the Tank Davis fight, like you said, the PBC put the fight out after Devin Haney won. The next day, the PBC puts out the Tank Davis fight, and then people are excited about Ryan Garcia, and then all people are saying is like, "Oh, but he quit against Tank." But again, the Mole had said that a fighter busted his rib, like he had a broken rib in camp, and that's what the Mole had told Mayweather. And then Ryan Garcia said, "Oh, it's just 50,000 to get a Mole in my camp." Yeah. And then you could watch the fight. He was visibly weight trained, like his legs were skinny. Watch.
I got that. That's why you need to get on Twitter, man. So I could get you some good info. So okay. But yeah, no, there's pictures out there of Ryan Garcia the night of Tank and the night of, and bro, it's night and day. The kid really looks sick, bro. The kid looks sick.
He looks sick, right? Dead man walking.
Like the day that, like when that fight first came out, and I saw the clips that were on YouTube and shit. Like I didn't really see that, right? But now when you like, oh hell no, this kid was anorexic, bro. That was bad, bro.
It was pretty sickening. Salute.
Yeah.
Never heard. Like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the like, guys. I need you guys to hit the like. Alex, what's up? Got a new panelist. What's up, man? You gotta say something. Oh, he booted. He wanted to D-bomb me, man. These trolls, man, are crazy.
What the hell, man? I don't know if people even waste their time with that shit, bro.
They just like to. It's fine. It's fun, man. They like to mess around. It's YouTube, man. You gotta be ready for anything and everything. People don't like what you say. They hate you. It's fun. For me, it's fun though.
You roll with the punches, huh?
Yeah, man. Like I don't get flustered, man. I don't get all pissed off and like I'm gonna pull up and this and that. It's like, bro, it's ridiculous. Like I don't know these people. They don't know me.
And good for you, man. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, man. That's why, like, I'm not somebody I'm not gonna show my face or anything because I just want to talk boxing, right? It's not. I don't want to be a personality, right? Nothing against people who show their face.
I've been in this community for I don't know how long now, and I've learned that it's not worth. It's not worth it to me. It's not worth it, dude. Because I've been to where you establish, you think you establish a close camaraderie, and almost dare to call it a friendship,
right?
But it's not. And so I've learned you can't trust no one on this shit, bro. Like me and you, I think we're cool, right? I don't trust you. You better not trust me.
Damn, HLD.
I'm putting it out so you don't understand where I'm coming from. Because you could be cool right now, and people do some dirty shit up on this thing, man, and I've seen it. Yeah, and I've seen it. I've experienced it, and so it's not worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it for my family. It's not, bro. Hell no, it's not worth it.
No. I mean, yeah. You know what? I go to fights. I go to fights. I try to go to fights. I go to the bars to watch fights. I'm a huge boxing fan. But I just want to keep it there. Exactly. I'm not trying to be in the business. I'm not trying to be a YouTube personality. If people want to like and support me, I appreciate it. But I just want to talk boxing. I just want to keep it there.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
You know?
And I get it. You know, and this is free flowing right now. I like this. It's very free flowing. It's like you're talking this shit in the garage, bro, in a couple of years.
Yeah,
you know?
Because that's what's great. The reason I found the boxing community is because, you know, boxing is a dying sport. It's very hard to talk, you know, people don't really follow it like it is. So I found the YouTube boxing community, but what I found right away is there's like a lot of beefs. So-and-so don't like so-and-so. Even my chat, you know, the chat beefs. But if you notice what I do, man, it's free smoke. I let people say what they want to say. I let anybody on because, you know, I don't want it to be like, I'm trying to just have one view or I'm trying to support one fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like I talk about everybody, black, white, Mexican. It don't matter. It's the sport of boxing, right? It's global. But yeah, man. So let's just finish up. I'm gonna wrap it up pretty soon. So let's just wrap it up with Canelo. Are you excited? Are you not excited? Do you think it's gonna be a good fight? And what's your prediction? Sound like HLD is breaking up. You still there, brother?
Yeah, I'm here, man. You got me?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up. Yeah.
For Saturday, I definitely see an all-out war, and see because that kid got in trouble in that last fight. He got it. What was the guy he fought? Yeah, he got in not with Ryder. Yes, he got in trouble with her, and that's the one that kind of got me like, because Canelo may have softened up Ryder. You know what I mean? He may have softened it up, even though it went to decision with Canelo, but it was still a war. I'm not confident. I'm dope. It's a family gathering. We're gonna be watching that fight in the back. It's a family gathering fight. I'm not paying for it, thank God. I'm going over families, but prediction wise, I see a decision.
A decision? Damn.
I see a decision.
How could you bet that? It has to be a long shot to go decision. Like decision. I think Munguia gets knocked out as my prediction.
You think he gets knocked out?
Yeah, you know, I'm gonna be pissed too because I'm gonna buy the fight, and if he gets knocked out within the first 3 or 4 rounds, I'm gonna be pissed. Straight up, no lie. Like I'm gonna be happy but pissed. Not happy because he's a fellow Mexican. You know, it's brown on brown violence. But I want to see it at least go 6 rounds, and I want to see a fight. I want to see Canelo challenged.
The reason I say decision is because I also see how Vegas plays the game. And we saw Vegas play a huge part in last week's fight. Because if they would have allowed this kid to win by knockout, there would have been a lot of money having to pay. Nobody really believed in Garcia winning on the cards. Everybody pretty much thought is either. Everybody just thought so. There was a lot of money for Ryan Garcia by knockout, or a lot of money for Devin Haney on the scorecards. And I think Harvey Doc and he made sure that the bookies didn't lose their asses off. In that 7th round. And so right now, like yourself, like the normal me would say yes, Canelo by knockout. But I think just using my brain, I think it tells me that.
I just see Jaime Munguia. I think it's gonna be. I really think they're gonna fill each other out the first couple rounds. But something my chick says, she says, man, Jaime Munguia is a lot bigger than Canelo, and it hit me. I'm like, yeah, Jaime Munguia is a big dude.
He's a big motherfucking
big,
Mexican,
dude.
Bro.
He is. No, and I looked at him like, you're right. Fuck, he's huge. He's a big, strong, sturdy motherfucker, dude.
Bro, that kid reminds me. I don't know if you're gonna remember that movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I think it was kickboxing or some kickboxer, and it was an Asian dude who had the glass on his hands and shit. They were fighting with glass. He reminds me of that dude, man. He's like a scary looking type of Mexican, bro. He reminds me of the apocalyptic movie, man.
He has that face, huh?
Bro. But he's such a good kid, bro. He is such a good dude.
Yeah.
I have admiration for the type of young man that he is. But and he's tough as nails.
The preview show, the gloves off is up. And, I'm watching it, and Jaime's dad and Jaime are talking, and you know what the difference is going to be? Is that Jaime's coming to win. Charlo didn't come to win. Ryder didn't come to win. Even Canelo says, the reason I look bad is because these guys don't come to win. Jaime's coming to win, guys. He is.
Exactly. I believe that 100%. That's why it's going to be a nice all-out war. In the middle rounds, I see an all-out war.
But that's my thing, though. I'm like, I could see Jaime just getting clipped, dude. Like second, third round, Canelo just clips him.
How tall is Jaime Munguia, man? Is he?
I don't know. He's probably like 5'10", 5'11", but his shoulders, shoulders, back, legs, he's gonna look massive compared to Canelo Alvarez. Because like Berlanga's huge. When Berlanga gets in the fight, he looks 3 times the size of his opponents. Jaime's gonna look. He's gonna look like a menacing figure to Canelo. Canelo's every 5'7", 5'8" that he is. Look, man, when girls, it's different when you're watching fights and chicks say it. You're like, damn, like they be seeing different shit. You know what I'm saying?
well, you got to take your leg. You said that he's 5'10". Munguia's every bit of 6 feet tall, bro.
Okay, yeah, he's and he in the fight, by fight night he's gonna be way bigger than Canelo.
Yeah, he'll be up in the one. He'll be at about 190. Let me see what this kid's reach, bro.
He's got a jab. I think if he can use a jab, and he can keep Canelo at a distance, he's gonna be a big problem. And he punches in bunches. He doesn't stop throwing.
No, he doesn't, bro. I'm trying to see what his reach is. He's got a 72-inch arm reach. So for being that tall, it's kind of short.
Yeah, it hits different, man. When you watch fight with I don't know if you watch it with your girl cousins or sister-in-laws. When I was watching the people, the chicks were like, Ryan's gonna win. He's too, he hits harder. They could see it before I seen it. I was like, no, Haney's a good boxer. Like, no, Ryan's gonna pull it off. I'm like, yeah, right. And then the motherfucker did.
Well, they were going off of because most people they go on the physicality, right? People who don't know on the boxing go on the physicality. My only concern with Ryan was that I don't know about what the hell he was doing. If you know what I mean, like, is he really in the game or not? That thing is because a normal just going into a prime Ryan Garcia, like the way he presented himself for the Tank fight. I would have him beating Devin Haney, but it's because of the trolling, bro. The antics is like, bro, I know that boxing is, but I think this kid is proven to show that he's I heard somebody say they're trying to correct me on like a Kanye, like he could have his mind on a whole bunch of things at the same time. But I got Munguia, man. Munguia. Not Munguia by winning. I think no. I got Munguia making it to the 12th round.
Okay, decision. Canelo Alvarez outboxing Jaime Munguia with spurts of bloodshed. Canelo finds a way, huh?
Yeah, but if what if there's the upset? Is that a bad thing for boxing?
Well, that's what people. Ryan Garcia has started the trend, right? He's taken the big fights. He started this trend of upsets. That would be a major upset, man. Nobody's given Jaime Munguia a chance. So I think Canelo. Look, man, it's going to be a good fight. That's my prediction.
Business-wise. Now tell me this business-wise. Munguia upsets Canelo, and then a rematch again in September.
that could be big business. Yeah, I think that'd even do better.
Big business, baby.
That's it, man. Well, that's what we do here, man. Thank you for joining LTLD. I really appreciate it. I might do a show midweek, Wednesday or Thursday. So everybody lock in, join in, salute HLD. Yeah, man. Thank you for joining. I'm gonna just say a couple words and I'm gonna get out of here. But,
peace out, my friend. Thank you for having me on, man. As always.
Good talk. Always helps, man. I appreciate everybody. Let me just get some shout outs to the chat. Hawker Mustang, J Will, T Swoof, Chitlin Distributor. Isaac Bermudez, Gritch. We got some new people. 18th Street Vato, Omar E. Everybody in the building, man. Thank you for joining. It was the Ryan Victory Lap. We're getting ready for Canelo Munguia, Vergil Ortiz, Tim Zoo. Man, boxing is heating up. We got Camboso's Loma this month. We got Neri, Inui, Fury, Usyk. Boxing is heating up. It's getting good, man. Hopefully it just gets better. And we about to do it big, man. But thank you for joining. Hit the like. You guys got to hit the like, man. I can't stress that enough. Hit the like. Drop your comments. Subscribe. And we out, man.
Okay, it's time for workout number 1. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Stay focused. Okay, it's time for workout.
What in the little homies is going? Oh my, he pushed her into his pregnant chick way. I know she ain't pregnant way. She just drinks a lot of 40s. The power of Thunderbird. She's like, babe, I got this. Stay back. Your shorts are gonna fall off. Mira el otro homie walking by with his baby wrapped around his neck. And she's beating the fuck out of him way. She's like, you use my kids on your income tax without telling me, motherfucker. Mira, bien chingona la vieja, dude. That is the happiest husband.
Ding dong. If Ryan Garcia somehow pulls off the upset, oh my gosh, I might as well just put commentary.
It's not worth the $35 million. Why would my friend go and lose money to put money in his pocket? He's from Mexico. No, we're American.
Cool. Devin Haney doesn't have the power, but he does have the accuracy and timing. If you're that aggressive, get overconfident.
Wow, big left hand by Garcia. Rocks Haney early. Garcia said he was going to knock him out in the first round.
That was the left hook of Ryan Garcia that Devin Haney has been worried about.
Eric Marlensky, 114, 110. Robin Taylor, 115, 109. Your winner by majority decision, King Ryan!
What are you talking about? Huh?
What did you make of his comments, the Mexican thing? I didn't really understand it.
Yeah, like, well, I'm a flat-footed Mexican fighter. Look, if you're calling me a Mexican fighter, I find that as a compliment, you know?